Hello, everyone. So, and hi on the replay. Right. I'm fucking shattered. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm not. I'm really, really tired. Really fucking shattered. So, I'm not even going to say, oh, this isn't going to be a long one, because I probably will. Once I get into it, I'm going to love it and help people in that, and I'll wake up, but I'm fucking shattered. So, let's not fuck about and pretend like that's not the case. But listen, Spirit speaks through me, God speaks through me, the angels, the light beings, whoever's kicking about, the dead folk, you know what I mean? And in this energy, when we've got Scorpio Sun at the highest degrees and Scorpio Moon, and this is conjunct my Pluto and the house of dead people, to be quite frank. I'm talking about dead people a lot. It makes me think there's a lot around me. I think they're just always around me. I mean, I know they're always around me. But and welcome if you're new. My name's Claire, it's not Crystal. I'm normally got more energy, but oh my god, I've got a lot of Scorpio in my chart and it's getting bad. So I just need to drink this to wake me up. Wake me up, note my heart at the same time as a mixture of coffee and cacao. Oh my god. Right, have we got any talkers? I need some talkers. Come on, come in and contribute, or this is going to be short. So yeah, this is day one of the Fuck It Let's Go challenge, Share with Claire. Yeah, and so like I say, it'd be a lot more fun if we get some chatty chattersons in the chat, and then I can feel into a bit of that with people. But actually, to be honest, I said I was coming on at 9, and not everyone's going to come on at 9 anyway, and it might just be really quiet anyway because people are in their fields. Going by the cards I pulled before I came on here, I'd say there's a shitload of people in the deep fields. So I am going to do a bit of a collective read, and I'm going to do one of the donations that came in. I'll hang around for a bit in case in case she comes on and wants to catch me live doing that. So I'll probably do the collective one first, actually, and then that gives people a bit of a chance. So yeah, I'll do that now. So if anybody else wants to donate preferably before 9 o'clock, but really I could do it at any point during this. And don't ask me what my hair's doing, right? Like I had the wee chat, like a testimonial with one of the Soul Fam sisters, Lexi, today, and my hair was wet and then it dried naturally. And actually I'm kind of dried all right. It's badly even dyed, but I thought, it's when you've got curly hair, it's a hit or a miss. Sometimes it can dry pretty nice, and the other times it's like, what the fuck happened? And it's never when you want it to. If you were actually going somewhere and you wanted it to go well, it's like, what was I going to do there? All right, yeah. So how's everyone doing? Let me know. You could get involved in the comments afterwards, I suppose. Nobody's going to do that, though, are they? But I'm just being polite. Like they're not going to be like, oh, answer in the replay after. Right, you never know. Right, so I've put that. Oh, it doesn't fucking fit. Wait a minute. I'll take the word personal out. That's not really needed. There. Yeah, so what that means is, so it says link to donate for a message or join the subscription at any tier. Deets for the tiers are in the memberships button coffee. So what it means is when you click the coffee link to donate, right, it's got an option. You'll see memberships. And if you go to memberships, it's got 4 different options. And you could read to see what it says and if any of the options suit you. But basically, the gist of it is it's all distance healing just now. You know what I mean? It's like the first one, I sit and I dedicate time, and it's a prayer list. Hello, Nick. So I was given a bit of time. I was wanting to do your message live. I was just saying I'm really, really tired. Actually, when I'm really tired like that, it's often a really good energy to do this. But I am really, really tired. But hello, Michelle. How are you doing? Well, you could still participate because you can watch it on the replay. So yeah, so don't worry about that. I mean, obviously you can't be here for all of the lives and all that, but just jump in when you can. But do it. I mean, I'm not going to force you to do it, but don't use that as an excuse not to do the challenge, okay? The first task video today is the first. I know, and it's only because I know you would find it helpful, Michelle and anyone, but because Michelle done it last time, so yeah, the first task video today, it was good. I'm glad to hear it. It was obviously a bit longer. Hello, Sophia. Oh, here's the soul fam now. And hello, Nick. I don't know if I actually said hello, but basically, yeah, obviously it's great if you can join in the lives at night, right? Because it's just a good energy, right? Like I say, I don't know how lively it's going to be tonight because today is a really deep, intense day. It just is. You know what I mean? And like I said, it is brilliant. I mean, it makes me super psychic, but obviously it's kicking my arse energetically as well. It's honestly, I just don't sleep at it. Like I'm hoping actually doing this, if I can just, why that really fucks me off how I do that. Like I get really loud when I come on here. You know what I mean? Like just chill it down, Claire. Do you know what I mean? I've got the good volume now. It might go up again. But yeah, basically, what the fuck was I saying? Fuck my life. See however I am though, that's got something to do with it. So I'm like, fuck my life. Can I even do this? Oh dear, that's how some people feel out there. But some of you feel like that because that's kind of how tired I feel right now. And I'm really in quite good chirpy spirits. Like I'm in that Sagittarius energy already. But can I just say, like, I really do deserve a medal, right? Because this is out of all the times that I could start a challenge, this is quite possibly the worst time of the month. And no, not because it's my period or anything. It's like it's just the worst time astrologically that I could have picked. But it's great because it's great for limiting beliefs. Do you know what I mean? So it's not, so even if I hadn't slept very well, this is when I'm most, this is really actually when I probably wouldn't want to talk to anyone for a couple of days. And I don't mean, I don't mean because of, oh Christ, I don't mean because of I don't mean because of other stuff. I don't mean that. I mean because it's Scorpio moon. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm at my best at Scorpio moon, but not the first degrees of it. So it depends which way you see it. It's great for doing sessions with people one-to-one, not so much this public shit, right? So I'm really, my soul's like, no, get to fuck, no. But I'm pushing through it. But you see, that's going to be really good for what I'm helping people this week, because that is the stages that I've moved through. Oh, see, we're on a roll now. That is the stages that I've moved through. Like, I don't want to be seen, why me? Why are you picking me to deliver these messages? Blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And it's now, I just crack on with it. Keeping my, obviously keeping self-care in mind. If I really, didn't want to do something, like for instance, I think I did want to run this challenge, if I remember rightly, at Christmas this time last year. It just wasn't fucking happening. I think it's because I was ill. Hello, Charlotte. How are you doing? Fuck it, let's go indeed, except I'm very fucking tired. Charlotte, oh, don't, I'm going to pee myself again. Charlotte, that was, my God. See, that's what we needed. We needed the Did anyone see Charlotte's comment? Oh my fucking God. I was like, I felt bad. That's why I was like, please forgive me. Because it was like, you know what I mean? You were basically saying you were in the fields, but not no matter, which again is a lot of people are there right now. But I just, oh my God, the title of that film, holy fucking shit, man. Do you know what I mean? It's still the best for the fucking, for the Sagittarius banter around here. It depends which way you look at it. It was fucking hilarious, but I was like, Jesus Christ, I know you meant the longest ride in the other way, like the twin flame journey as a whole, but my mind just went straight to the car. I'm just saying, we need to move on because I'm just getting like, it's so funny. I was fucking, you should have heard my laugh. Like, I was actually howling. Like, my neighbours would be like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, I was laughing and there was tears rolling down my face. Oh shit. I think I was like that. I think I was like that when you asked me if I'd saw that before. Anyway, putting aside how immature I am and how funny I find the title, is it like a chick flick, romantic one? Longest ride. Oh my god. Oh dear. Jesus. Right. Okay. So, oh, we need to move on. So, what was I saying? Oh, that's what we needed though. Anyway, basically all I was saying was I was tired. Let's read so these were the cards for the collective that I picked on before I came on, right? Deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. Yeah, right. So lots of past life coming up, lots of deep feelings, deep emotions. That is Scorpio sun and moon is deep emotions. And this is a dark moon too. So this is extremely feminine, extremely divine feminine energy, very still, very quiet, very, very go within to reflect and get the answers. So I hope nobody's taking action yet. Don't be taking the fucking action, right? It's not Sagittarius season till tomorrow. Luminous life force personal power. About reclaiming our power back. If you saw that video that I published about the reclaiming the soul fragments, which is soul retrieval, which is what I help people do with everything, even on these lives here. There's my stomach going. Again, you can't hear it when that happens, but it's opening the heart, deep connections, water blessings. Yeah. So and then look, it's 11. So and it is November. So you literally couldn't get any more Scorpio than these cards. Deep emotions and deep connections. Oh God, you couldn't get any more twin flames either. Water blessings, that's feelings. Now I know this is a woman, but that could also be a man, or a woman. Like look, again, it's another person covering their heart. Now, I'm just trying to remember, is that the one? I think it was the one I published today, because there's about 3 other ones I haven't published yet, and I'll probably just fucking press publish on them all. I'll probably just press I probably will. Yeah, I will, or I won't do it when I finish this. Unless I'm guided not to, but they'll only be short ones, so I will. Look, that woman's guarding her heart. Oh shit, right, okay. Okay, I see what you're doing there. The woman's guarding her heart. So in the cards that I showed at the end of the task video, there was 2 men on the cards, and the man's like that, like reaching a hand out but holding his heart. And now look, it's a woman. She's like kind of like, I want to reach my hand out, but I also am going to guard my heart. And that's, so again, that would be twins mirroring. Right. Now I'm going to, so that's just in case I forget to, and then I also pulled You Are the Truth Seeker. And that feels very Sagittarius new moon. Oh, it's got a 39 on it as well. That's my approaching age in April. And some of yours. Awakening, actualizing, transcending. Oh, that's kind of funny that anyway. It's like I'm trying to steal a limelight off someone else's birthday. How can you invite more grace to guide you? how can you invite more grace to guide you? Right. So that's the ones I pulled before I came on. Right. Let's read these. So yeah, so basically the wee ranty row coming from a good loving place that I gave Michelle. Michelle gets my banter, so don't worry if you're new. Like, well, I can't change my personality. Do you know what I mean? It's if it comes across blunt and energetic, ass kicking, well, you probably need it. Do you know what I mean? It's but also remember when it's Scorpio moon, that's when I'm like fucking. I don't know what to say now, but do you know what I mean? I'm fierce. I'm like, but as it happens, that's probably going to be tomorrow's. In fact, I'll be fucked because I mean, in my bed tomorrow, I'll be tired, but I think I'll be probably in better spirit and better fettle, as we'd say, tomorrow night, because it'll be out of that part of my chart. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. What I meant is, don't procrastinate. Just pick something. You can pick anything. The themes that seem to come up, if you haven't seen the task video, were about fall in love with falling yourself. Fall in love with, what the fucking hell did that card say? Fall in love with taking care of yourself, I think. So you might want to focus on self-love, empowerment, values, or you could pick something entirely different, but just pick something. Don't procrastinate and just get involved. Everyone. If you don't want it, then don't, but go with the first thing that comes to you. Right, okay, so thank you for saying that. That's Nick saying, I did it on the replay last time and it was epic. Yeah, loads of amazing stuff happened for you. Loads of amazing stuff happened for everyone. Like, people did do it on replay as well. And people, I was like, wow, that's fucking nuts. And also remember I was channeling all this stuff about people that couldn't get out of their beds, and sounds like people were rather depressed in their dark night of soul, which some people were in that in the summer too. But I feel there's even more in that place now. And then there'll be people that are in, like that's why I shared that meme today, that quite a few people sent me ones like that over the years about, what I mean? It's like I had my dark side when nobody else was in it, and now other people are in it. That's how I'm one of the people that can help people. But yeah, if for any reason you have got a lot out that and you're not doing it live, then you can do this on the replay. But it's not exactly, people seem to get a lot out of it, but it's not going to be the same, you know what I mean? While your phone is there, can you clarify where my Sagittarius is? I see it in both. Oh, right, wait a minute. I will do that in a minute. Remind me when I start doing your cards, because I'll do. So if anyone else wants to donate, I would, get that in now, because I'll focus on other stuff. I mean, the thing is, if anyone comes on the donate, I'm sure I can just fit in anyway, but this bit would be good to just get them done. Hey, right, I've read that bit. Boom, sofa, I'm in the house. I've been feeling sick this morning a bit. Yeah, Charlotte, thanks for saying that, actually, because I think you were meant to say that to remind me. I actually bent down. I did bend down beside my heater, to be fair, and I went a bit dizzy and sick as well. And remember, that has been happening quite a lot. Like, last week, and, I wake up in the morning, and sometimes you jump up quite quick anyway, and you can feel a bit like that. But I'm talking like, a few times the fucking room was spinning, and it was quite scary, actually. That I've had a few instances of weird things, like where my eyes were all blurry and I couldn't even make out what was on my phone. And I was like, am I ascending to heaven? Is this it? Is that my life? Like, seriously, I don't think I was dying or anything, but I thought something, well, I don't know. It did feel like something fucking weird was happening. And it was, yeah, absolutely was. To me or other people I'm connected to, one of you guys or one of the obvious. Well, it was when I shared, some of you did confirm that you were feeling weird as well. But it's really pretty scary. So I'm just saying, I'm experiencing similar myself. They impress it upon me so that I can be like, whoa, what the fuck, man? Weird shit's happening to people out there. So sometimes it is literally happening to me. Sometimes it's happening to others that I'm connected to. Sometimes it's happening to clients. Sometimes it's the collective. So who knows? That's sometimes why I have to ask. And sometimes when I've got a really horrible headache or a pain or something, it's not even mine and I have to check. So you'll see me doing that a lot. It seems like they want me to do that in the community tab, because otherwise I can be stuck with like the pain until I work out who it is. And I'm always right. Like, I don't mean I'm always right. I don't know if that, I sound like a dick there. I didn't mean like, I meant, of course I'm always right, because it's not me. They're telling me, like, when I think that could really be taken. So, oh fuck. How interesting. That could really, imagine someone was new to me. That could really be taken out of context. So again, there's this feeling coming through of somebody not wanting to be taken the wrong way. That's really quite interesting, because Mercury and Sagittarius could really, you could put your foot in it a little bit like what I'm doing right now, but it's fine, no biggie. But remember, some of you will actually have Mercury and Sagittarius. Blunt, humorous, probably quite, yeah, outrageous communication. A little bit like, it's like my moon sign. My moon sign is like Mercury and Sagittarius, because mine is conjunct Uranus. Don't laugh now. I'm so fucking tired. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I felt sick this morning too, and then I felt sick but I think I did just bend down beside the heater. Filthy mind. I'm looking up for the long. Walking up for the long ride when he arrives. Oh my god. Like, we can't go. I wish on the red time, like, right, we need to move on. It's my fault. I should have just referenced the comment and not said it. Holy fucking shit, man. Oh, is that heater up a bit? Fucking hot. Jesus Christ. Right, okay. I don't know where I get that from when I go, Jesus Christ. Anyway, right, okay. That's a bit TMI. I'm the fuck reading this shit, right? So people are fucking feeling all sorts, right? Everyone's feeling the best, falling to pieces. Falling again. Oh my god, I'm channeling. Fuck off. Give us a happy song. Jesus Christ. Sorry, it's a bit miserable, that song. Fucking, oh shit. It's this is the energy though. Like this is painful energy. It's really fucking, I'm not even, that's my deep emotions and shit are coming out. You heard, did you? Well, I mean, it's got a cheek. I had a big massive bowl of rice and prawns and everything. But it's probably just because it's like, what the hell are you saying? Solar plexus going wild. Been trying to finish the task video about 40 minutes in. I thought you said it was, yeah, that's just the first one's really, hey, just use cut it out. Charlotte, Claire's short. The thing is, that's the only one that's that long, right? Tomorrow's is actually 2 minutes, but to be fair, it's just because the phone memory was about to run out. But I mean, it only needs to be short because it's basically like fucking, get it done. Not tonight though, not tonight. So don't cheat if you know what's coming. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. Basically, all I said in that video is, well, I said all the other stuff, but it's spin it, saying it, but it's basically, reflect on what your limit and belief is at this time, so pick something that I would say pick what comes to you first. And from the cards that came out, it felt like it was around sort of, self-love, boundaries, all the kind of stuff I help people all the time anyway. Had to pick my eyeballs out my head on Sunday. Absolute allergic reaction. Oh my God. Jesus, what, like, to what? Right, okay. Let's do Nick's. What the fuck's happening here? Right. Oh, I feel about that. It's kind of chucked. I think I maybe, like, I don't know whether I put too much of the wrong thing, like, you know what I mean? Mixed it all up. Anyway. Yeah, let's get some sage, right? This'll help. Right. So I think I want to go with these. For some reason, they're pulling me over here. Yeah, so actually, oh no, we're not doing that. So I was about to say, actually, shall we talk about what we're actually meant to be talking about, which is the challenge? But that's technically not for another 10 minutes, So we don't need to do that. So I'm going to do Nix's message. Right. Oh my God, my stomach really is sort of like fucking doing somersaults. Right. Okay. So, this is going to be Nix's message. So I'm lighting the sage. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually for me right now. Just give me a bit of energy. Give me a bit of energy, or this is not going to be long. Like, I'm not even kidding. I know I say it all the time, but I could probably see me getting off here in an hour, like at 10, because I want to have energy for the rest of the week. But also, it's really just to do how fucking tired I am. And sometimes you have to learn the hard way. Shouldn't be fucking staying up all night. You know what I mean? Because I think I've only had like 4 hours sleep or something. I just couldn't sleep. Probably because I stayed in my bed all day watching films, to be honest. But I needed to. Right, so this is for Nix's message. Right, what does Nix need here? Right, so nothing obvious. I did a meditation, woke up and then going crazy. Though I did have mascara on for the first time ages. There's currently a karmic storm outside my door with the karmic. Oh dear, dear. Yes, that'll be the energies. Right, I'm going to put on I'm going to put on a 10-minute timer, right? Might not take 10 minutes, but just so that I'm not any longer than that. Right, so bear in mind, if anybody's new, this message is for Nick's, but the nature of the way that I channel, this could literally make sense to quite a few of yous, if not all of yous, on live or replay. So just listen closely to the words. I keep going to sleep around 2. For like last week, I slept most of Saturday. I'm weird, honestly. Sometimes I'm not going to sleep till after 4 or 5 in the morning. It's fucking mental. And then today, for some reason, because I haven't been outside, like properly, I haven't been my walk, I thought it would be a good idea to go for a walk. Oh, and I set my alarm for 8 in the morning. And my pal that always I love her, but oh Christ, she when I don't have the phone on set, it's so funny she watches it. But it's yeah. It was ping, 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 and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And I have to put that shit on silent. And yeah, I think I actually usually do. I usually do have my phone on silent because I usually just wake up anyway. But oh my god, all the sounds on the iPhone are so annoying, aren't they? Is it just me? Or they're just fucking nippy. Like, you know what I mean? When the alarm goes off, it's like, no, I'll decide. Snooze. And then it goes off again. It's like, no, I'll decide. Snooze. And you're like, oh shit, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. But yeah, because I hadn't had enough sleep. It was like, and then I tried to go back to sleep and I couldn't. And I was really tired when I done that wee chat with Lexi. But that's great. So, you know, I'll release the one with Marjorie tomorrow, and then I'll release the other ones around Thursday. So that'll give people an idea out there if you were looking to do some of the deeper work with me. Right, anyway, what does Nick need to know about healing? Moral of the story is your body needs decent sleep. I used to be able to survive on like 4 or 5 hours sleep, and I can't now. I keep forgetting I'm old. Use your natural healing abilities. Dear Archangel, and it's a funny little picture. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly guiding, encouraging, and supporting my healing work. So look at that. And I mean, it is like, look, it's like this angel's healing that little dog. So it's making me wonder, you know, either the dog, if that dog is very healing, but either it's like the dog is healing you or you've been healing the dog, something like that. Because it's like, look, they're healing a wee dog. So that's really random. But yeah, I do sort of feel it is about the healing effect the dog has on all of you, and particularly you, but it's something about that. Oh my God, look at this. Wow. Consult a nutritionist. And the reason why I'm saying wow is because I know that you have in the past. So I'm wondering whether you maybe need to be getting on those juice plans or something again. Dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you and I ask you to guide me to foods and beverages that taste good or fulfilling and support my ideal health and weight. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm on it this week with that as well. So we're totally in sync. Right. So what does Nick need to surrender? My kids have started singing my alarm tune. What is your alarm tune? Mine's is a dance song. It's like, I never know how to say it, but it's you know, Jubel or whatever. It's like because it's like, you know, a saxophone. It's kind of like it just, my theory behind it is it kind of make me want to get up. Doesn't fucking work. And yeah, so while you're in my energy, can you check? Oh yeah, shit, sorry. The dog has been very attached to me the last couple of days. Yeah, well, there's definitely something about the dog needing healing. So I don't know whether you want to bash on with doing some healing on the dog. Basically, that's so fucking random, but that is what I'm hearing. Right. Maybe that's what he's been trying to communicate to you. And I'm here to let you know that. This dog is alive, by the way. That could really confuse people. I'm a medium, so people might think that because I do things. I have brought through it. Like, believe it or not, I have not only received messages from mediums about animals, and there's no way they could have known it. It was really spot on. but I've given them as well, like really wow ones where I've got the day that they've passed and all that. Right, how do I oh fucking hell, what's going on here? Where's the list? Oh, here it is. Right. You're getting actually, do you know what? You're getting a wee insight. You're getting a wee insight into what I'm like around, well, aye, probably around that time of month too. But like, just when I'm a wee bit more tired, like that's when I need to be myself. Because I've just like I've no idea to sleep, but I can't be fucked. But it's fine. It's a shadow. Because do you know what else is a shadow? Scorpio sun is the shadow. Scorpio moon is 100% the shadow, and we're in Scorpio sun at the highest degrees, and Scorpio moon. So hello, this is my shadow. You do see my shadow quite a lot, to be honest, but I really am like I'm just like feeling the deep, intense emotions. And I'm just trying to find don't worry, I'll turn that timer again because this is taking forever. So there's something about this has got to do with your message. There's something taking a long, long time and you're getting fed up. Just a bit like moving through treacle. Is your stuff is yeah, there it is. I was going to say. Right, so let's look at this. So your this new moon will be in your 8th house. So yes. So yeah, actually, wow, yeah, everything I've said, like, so the 8th house, for those of you who don't know, is Scorpio. Oh, fuck. I don't give I mean I do give a fuck, but I don't know if that's you never know with fucking contraptions they've got these days, but whatever. Whatever. Let's just put them down there just in case. Right. So yeah, the 8th house of Scorpio energy. So like secrets, transmuting energy, transformation, everything I've just been talking about here, really, because we're in so much Scorpio. But that's intense actually. So if you're feeling really quite tired, or if you're feeling like bits of just a bit ill or all that kind of, it's just it's like death and rebirth. But what's quite interesting about your 8th house being, because again, it's like the way that I read it is like it's intersected, like your 8th house goes a bit over Scorpio. So bear in mind, like, see tomorrow, you could be like, you're going to be in that. You're going to be deep, deep, deep in the fields, 100%, because the moon is still in. So the sun, oh, that'll be your energy of that house, actually, because the sun will be in Sagittarius, but the moon will still be in Scorpio. And your 8th house, everyone's 8th house is Scorpio, and it's a bit in Sagittarius and it's a bit in Scorpio, the crazy way that I do this. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, in a way, you could be used to that sort of energy and then preparing for the new moon energy, which is, for us, I would say it's really Thursday in the UK, because it's like really late at night on the Wednesday, because I was trying to time it that we do the healing meditation and we'd finish, but it's like some things are saying that it's just before 11 and some things were saying it was just before midnight. So if it's just before midnight, fuck that, I'm not staying up till midnight. But I think so who knows, but so basically, as far as I'm concerned, if you're in the UK, I would say the new moon and Sagittarius energy is really for us, it's going to, unless you really stay up late and all that, it's going to be a good time to be setting your intentions, would be on the Thursday, even really the Friday. It'll be good for taking our actions on the Thursday and everything. But yeah, so just that's the most important thing to be aware of, is tomorrow that's going to be some deep, deep emotions that you're in. Yeah. And then it'll go into Sagittarius, and you can set optimistic goals towards the future. And right now you've got Mercury and Venus also in your 8th house. So are you having, I wouldn't be surprised, I wouldn't be surprised if you, and you did say that you'd met up with friends. It's like, to me, that would be like kind of like deep don't worry, I'm going to ignore that. Sort of deep transformational conversations with kind of fun people. Because like I say, that's the energies I'm describing right now are kind of like that weird mix of fun, playful optimism, but deep, intense transformational healing. So what I'm trying to say, again, I'm trying not to like sort of say that, but I'm wanting to say it. It's kind of like kind of reminds you of like kind of, you know, a bit kind of like bipolar energy, but that means I'm describing myself. I mean, I've got everything going. I've not got that, but I've got it can be a bit like that though. Yeah, it is, you know, just very like, oh, actually, yeah, ADHD is a little bit. I think that basically they all cross over. I feel all these things that I've got, dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, I feel all these things can all come under an umbrella term. And what I mean by that is Scorpio's like pain and deep and intense and fucking like, you know, woe is me, and could even, yeah, just kind of like everyone's fucking going to shit. You know, that's the kind of shadow side. And then Sagittarius is like, woohoo, let's go. It doesn't matter how bad it is. We've got a long journey ahead and we're going to get there. And what I'm saying is, with me, it's really interesting because I've got both those energies. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you know, sometimes I'm in the Sagittarius moon and sometimes I'm in the, you know, like say, like right now, if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be fucking wanting to talk to anyone, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? Which is, oh God, I don't really, again, yeah, what? So I don't know for sure, but yeah, we with some people I'm connected to, and definitely friends of mine and stuff. It's interesting because, like, you know, when I'm at my weakest or kind of like really tired and low energy, other people I suspect are going to be at their strength and feeling really good. And then it sort of flips, if you're getting what I'm saying. So that's quite handy when it's like friends around you, or, you know, if that would be the other half of your soul. And it's handy if they're actually physically with you, but, you know, it's, but they help you energetically too. Who's that? Right. But yeah, that's what that energy is a little bit like. So again, I'm not meaning to offend anyone. So see what I mean? Oh, they're showing you though. They're showing you. So some of you have got this. Like, I'm just being on it. This is so fucking blunt, but I love it. If you have got Mercury and Sagittarius, you could be identifying a little bit like with what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's like you might not mean to offend people, but you might find yourself putting your foot in it quite a lot. Like, I think kind of more than what I do with a Sag moon. Especially if you've got any sort of Uranus placements that sort of conjunct it as well, you know what I mean? Like, my Sag moon conjunct Uranus, so that's why it's kind of like, it's quite unpredictable what I'm going to say. But I mean, spirit is speaking through me, but do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just comfortable with that. But what I've noticed when people have got Mercury and Sagittarius, it's quite fun and humorous, but with that sort of energy, it could be quite unpredictable as well. And then right now you've got Jupiter. Oh God, this is too much astrology for me to remember. But yeah, Jupiter in Pisces, you know, the aspect is expanding. You know, so Jupiter rules Sagittarius, right? And it's a Sagittarius in the moon, so it's expanding everything. So that actually doesn't surprise me that I'm feeling like, oh shit, because I have always wanted to say that, and I don't say it because I'm being too PC. Which, where is that ever me? But I don't ever use that example. But it's true. When you've got a bit of Sagittarius energy and a bit of Scorpio, it could be perceived as a bit up and down, a bit kind of bipolar kind of energy. But only people that know you quite well would really get what that means. Because, like I say, when I'm really, really deep in my feels, I would probably avoid being on here, to be honest, because I'd be like, ah, fuck that. You know what I mean? But I always describe it, don't I? I always describe it to you. It's like, look, I'm not like this all the time. Like a lot of the time I just don't like to talk and I like the silence. Do you know what I mean? Like that's true. Right, okay. I think I've explained that enough to the fucking hills. Right, let's put another 10 minutes on. Right, so but yeah, have you been having sort of fun, deep conversations with people? And that's what I feel could be going on right now as well. Like doing nice, like because Venus is in Sagittarius in the 8th house too, just kind of like focusing on things you find beautiful, people you find beautiful. Could be really quite good for your creative work, actually. Just something you find fun and playful and healing. All that kind of mixture going on. Yeah. Right. What's called homecoming? The dog has been. What are you talking about? Treacle is accurate. What? Oh, right, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, your God, what the hell, man? Your Neptune and Sagittarius, yeah, that is in the 8th house. Yeah, so again, like, whoa, like mystical experiences. Yeah, real profound mystical experience could be going on, but it's kind of like, I would say that would be towards the sort of end of the week sort of thing. Friend validated a lot and gave me the unconditional love I needed. Yeah, that really does fit with. I thought that when you said that about your friend to me, it's like, even so going out for dinner with your friend, that would be like a very Mercury and Venus and Sagittarius kind of thing to do in the 8th house, because it's like having the deep chat, but you're out doing something nice, something beautiful, like you're out kind of like enjoying food and good conversation, but then the conversation gets quite intense. And the thing is, not everybody likes intense, deep conversations, do they? But like me and you do, because I've seen your chart, and obviously I love that. But it's like a wee mixture of both. So it's the best of both worlds, really. Right, I keep seeing Jupiter in the sky at the moment. Ooh, I never quite excited. It's so funny. It's again, see what I mean? That's very like what I'm saying. It's like I'm either never fucking not. I'm never. I'm usually always outside, or I'm in a bit like you say. I keep saying I should stop being so blunt, but they're going to think I've fucking popped my clogs at the coffee house because I was in there every day and I've not fucking been there since like July or something. I'll just walk into Mono and surprise them. I'll be like, "Hi guys, it's me, the lady." That I don't think they know my name. And they're just like them. And they'll just all have nicknames for everyone. I wonder what I bet my nickname's like mystical woman or something. I'm just giving my mind a treat. But I know that they talk about me though, because remember I said I walked in one day and I fixed the coffee machine. They were broken. They were all up fucking trying to fix it, and I was just like, fix it, spirit. And then I walked away and it started working, and they were like, fucking hell, are you magic or something? I was like, well, if the shoe fits, see you later, guys. I walked away like, and I don't usually do that. It was funny. Deep combos, tears and laughter. That sounds like Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. Tears and laughter and dropping little bits of spirit in amongst it for fun. Good. Oh, the name of your alarm. Right. Oh, so what do you mean? So it's not a song? Right. So it's just I'm thinking, I'm like so confused. But wait a minute, homecoming. Hello. I think that's a little bit twin flamey. Homecoming. That's probably the only reason why you had to share that. So there you go. There's a message, another message from Spirit. I'm coming home, tell the world. What's it? Oh my God, that's freaky. Especially because it's 2112. And that's when I was going through the biggest part of my fucking spiritual awakening. And let me tell you, I was sitting holding a fucking rose quartz and an amethyst, like I'm ready to go to the new earth. And nobody knew what the fucking new Earth was back then. Do you know what I mean? 2012. I'm like, why the fuck am I always fucking thinking about my... Oh God, I nearly said it. I was about to say my something buddy. Dear me, Jesus, see what I mean? Right, I need to go off here. This is really not good. Actually, my twins got Mercury in Sagittarius. I know that for a fact. And it's like, maybe this is why he doesn't talk to me. He feels like he's going to put his foot in it. But yeah, yeah, I was like, why am I going to get the guy off my mind? What the fuck is going on? And I was like, oh, right, it's the twin flame thing. I healed somebody's back the other day. Will kill you. Glad to hear it. Right, so let's put this on. That was weird though. They guided my eyes. So there is something, so that, you know, when they use my own stuff, there's something significant about that. Somebody else watching this at some point, probably on the replay, or it could be now, had some sort of significant awareness of the shift. Not the end of the world, because obviously that didn't literally happen. Some people are like, oh, you know, it's energetic. I believe what's happening now with the new Earth. Fuck's sake, man. Do you know what I mean? Sorry. That's my old soul just gets annoyed. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why don't people know this shit? but then you see that's interesting. I'm channeling Sagittarius energy. Oh, the shadow of Sagittarius could be a bit of a know-it-all actually. So be aware of that wherever it is in your chart. Because you see what I mean? It's like it's channeling and it's like sort of wisdom, and it's kind of like, yeah, so if you were similar to myself, you had a huge spiritual awakening around 2012. Really, stuff was happening to me even before that. Like, you could be your soul could be really quite, like, just exhausted. So, you know, yeah, I don't mean literally. Because that's why they pulled me at 2112. Right, okay. What do we need to know for next? What does next need to surrender to? Now, that'd be interesting if I pull the card about rest. And by the way, can I just say, it's not rest, but it's inner peace. As I'm talking to you, and I'm aware, you know, I don't usually go to the logical thing, because when I'm in this, they'll take, you know, they'll take me out of that, but my head's quite sore. So I know that you are prone to headaches anyway, but it's like, it is like little kind of pins and needles actually at the front. So I feel it's like they're just sort of talking about third eye, you know, like activations, upgrades, whatever, downloads, whatever words people want to use these days. But it's kind of like, they're doing something at your head while you're sleeping. Oh God, that sounds a bit scary, doesn't it? But there's a lot of, I do feel they're trying to open your eyes to whatever it is you need to see at this time. So I know that'll make sense. I'll use another deck, but you know how it was like there was a deception card that came out. And bear in mind, this can make sense for more than just next. There was a deception card that came out because of course it's always going to come out when we're in this Scorpio energy, right? Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So again, I really do feel they're asking you to like use that transit of your 8th house to go within, which you'll have been getting guided to do anyway. But like I say, I'd imagine that's been really quite hellish in Scorpio season. So the good news is that should start to be a bit lighter, you know, other than, like I say, tomorrow may be a little bit rough again. It might not be, because you might be through the worst, but you know, the rest of it should be kind of like more of what you described there with your friend, like kind of nice conversations, doing fun stuff, but like some kind of deep, profound experience there as well. Now I have got on the bottom here, so this could either be you or it could be people around you. Surrender your desire to control people. Now that is interesting again. Shadowy. Don't be triggered next to anyone else. But because your 8th house is a little bit over Scorpio there, that could be quite controlling energy actually. So it says, being over controlling, and remember, it can be in any area. It's kind of like, you know, with me, like I always say that about it would be like letting people kind of help me with my business, because I'd be like, well, no, I need to do that bit, I need to do this bit. It's just wherever you kind of, you know, need to kind of do it yourself. To being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situations a breathing room. But this is a really funny example. But it's kind of like, see, I always think when people are parents as well, it could even be like, you know, when you're just like, I was saying, who was I saying this to? Oh, I was actually saying it to one of my best friends, that it's like if you're kind of doing too much for your kid, and it's like you've kind of got to give them a bit of breathing room to kind of, you know, do it themselves, and kind of maybe even get it wrong, and like know that that's going to be okay, because I mean, that's life, isn't it? So I don't know whether, I think with me being that specific, it might even be something in that area, but again, you'll know. But it was on the bottom of the deck. But if it's not you, it could be people being controlling around you. So, and fucking hell, I think we've all got a bit of that going on. So, or we've had it and you've nipped it in the bud. So wherever you've got a bit of that, there's that coming in. Yeah, and look, I just shuffled and I pulled out the same card. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. So there is something about, they really do want you to, you know, to, have you been keeping up your, like, all the things that you do, like your meditation, your yoga and that? Have you been enough in your feminine? Because we've got surrender to non-action. Now's the time to be still and not act. But I feel they're specifically talking about real time, like now, tomorrow kind of thing. So again, I don't know what plans you had for tomorrow, but I would try and have quite a quiet day if I were you. Now it's time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So again, I feel, you know, other sort of people's divine feminine energy may resonate with that as well. Not falling too into your masculine. Right. I feel like I want to go to this deck now. Oh yeah, because this might pick up on some of the stuff I was saying. Right. So that lands, I felt when I woke up on Sunday, there'd been a change to my third eye. Yeah, again, so there is stuff going on, because that was you resonated with the dizzy stuff, didn't you? Maybe not specifically whenever I described it, you know, the first time, whenever I described it on the post, because I did feel it was you. Oh, Della! Oh my God, hello! Della, medium Della. Della is a fucking incredible medium, guys. Oh, that's so lovely. I mean, it must be you, Della, because I don't know any other Dellas. Very humble, beautiful, beautiful medium. Because you gave me a brilliant reading. Oh God, how long ago was that? Was that like six years or something like that? Right. So, and deception lands, it's something I picked up on earlier. Yeah, I felt it would, unfortunately. Yesterday, I saw a TikTok about numerology, and she said, add your date of birth numbers together and the 2-digit and the age, something major would happen. Mine was 45, which is a year of split. Oh my God, that's kind of weird with shit like that. See, when I added up my date, but like my date, all my numbers of my birthday adds up to, in tarot, the you've probably saw me through this. I don't say as much as the moon card and the hermit, is the 4 of wands, and the 4 of wands is about union. Like, and when you know, when I'm always channeling and healing about, you know, twin flames, that is like the twin flame union card. So there are no coincidences. And then me being the 18, that's a moon, that's doing deep shadow work. It's very psychic. There's also secrets, and look, I'm always like, you know, I'm out in folks' fucking secrets, you know what I mean? Or I'm like, hey, here, listen, you think they're a pal, they're not. Or they're fucking doing the dirty on you, or you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's but it whispers in my ear. But see, it's because of the Pluto and Scorpio energy. I've been so in my feminine quiet today, have space for that tomorrow, and we'll schedule in some yoga. Yes, I totally would. Right, what else does Nick need to know? That very abrupt alarm is about to go. Oh yeah, because look, this is the one I pulled in the challenge, and it's sitting on the top. Fall in love with looking after yourself. So how that really beautifully fits with the collective message and the one I've just given to you. Partaking in activities that make you happy should definitely be on your weekly to-do list. Think about all the people, places, and hobbies that make you feel great. Oh, you done that this week. It could be spending time with a close friend, visiting the coast, exercising, baking. You like baking, don't you? Camping. What is my fucking stomach doing now? It's doing somersaults. Then try to ensure you incorporate these activities into everyday life whenever possible. Yeah, so I just feel it's like doing, what does that one say? You control your money, don't let it control you. And creativity is an infinite resource. The more you use it, the more you have. Yeah, there's definitely something about you using this energy. I just feel you're going to, after tomorrow, you could use tomorrow for some, I would definitely use tomorrow for some deep. Just basically utilize, everyone do that. Utilize the last of that Scorpio moon for some deep, deep healing. If you've not had a good cry, have a good cry. And then just you watch, because now I'm hearing an Emily Sandy song. I don't know the words, but do you know, it's so funny the way they show me shit. But I just remember it was at the episode of Timmy once. You know, when it's like the cheesy sort of, it's like, they're like two people that have been fucking, oh, that's probably relevant too. But it's like two people that have fallen out, like friends that have fallen out or have made up, and like a couple that have fucking been probably in these programs toxically arguing and really shouldn't be together, because this would be the epitome of karmic relationships. And they get back together and it's, oh, it's Christmas, just get back together for a present, or I don't know. But you know what I mean? It was like the song that was playing was like, I'm breathing. I can't sing it. It's something about breathing underwater. I really can't sing that. So again, you just heard a little bit of it. But I mean, it's like something like flying or falling. My God, I'm breathing underwater. Do you know what I mean? I can't sing it. Google the words. But it is nice. I shed some beautiful tears earlier after a message from my friend's mum, who said there was always a place. Oh my God, I just went really lightheaded there when I leaned forward. I feel, so again, remember that did happen to me before. Again, I just feel there's some real fucking crazy shifts going on for us all, by the way, because that was really, imagine I fainted. I used to faint all the time. Imagine I fainted on a YouTube live. That would be pretty funny. What would we do? What would we do? Right. I shed some beautiful, what I was going to say as well is I felt that might have been your mum in the shorts, because obviously it's only a minute, but by the way, we're just going to ignore my stomach just keeps fucking rumbling like fuck, it's like, yeah. Right, give us a card. That was horrible though. That's what's been happening to me. Oh, I used to faint all the time too. I could call an ambulance. Have I ever told you about that? I have told you. I used to tell it all the time on the. I used to tell it all the time on the Facebook Live. That now, don't ask me what year that was. Maybe it was about 2000 and might have been as long as like 2011 or something. But whenever it was, maybe was it that? Oh, it must have been. It must have been like that long ago. Yeah. But anyway, whatever it was, like I just remember I was walking to work and I was having that badly a panic attack. I lay down in the middle of the road in the pouring rain in a very busy street. And for anyone that lives local, Leaf Walk. So Leaf Walk in the morning. It's pretty fucking busy. It's the one in Trainspotting. And if you're not from Edinburgh, apparently I remember someday when I went to Edinburgh Uni, and again it's just like, listen, honestly, some of the fucking folk that I spoke to there, like, sorry, I'm being a bit judgmental, but it's true, right? I remember meeting someone from like no offense, that I've got family in England and that too, right? But it was just someone that has obviously lived quite a sheltered life, and they were like, oh, I can't go to Leaf Walk, it's the one on Trainspotting. And I was like, what the fuck? You're missing out. Go fucking wander down the shops and speak to the nice people. I fucking live there. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's just funny. It's funny how like a film can portray. Oh, so there you go. There's something about don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you hear from attachments. Holy fucking shit, guys, we're going in. Next, the message is being longer because you know how it goes. It's not just going to be for you, it's going to be for other people. There's something about an attachment here. So this is for everyone. Energy attachments come in the form of like, so every time I start trying to do some form of, I don't really like using the word diet, but yeah, you know, when I'm wanting to shift a few pounds and suddenly I'm like fucking craving chippies and whatever and stuff that isn't going to help me with that, right? If it was really kind of out of control, you've probably got some kind of a, you know, energy attachment. You need to clear your energy. You might even, you know, you could do it yourself, and you might even need to go to an energy healer like Reiki, or if it's something a bit stronger, a shaman. Again, I do both, but you know, you can whatever. I'm just sort of saying, if you trust me. But it's kind of like, you know, this kind of attachment to me, when, because I've got my own language of all these cards, this is when it's like the kind of darker sort of, you mean, it is just like it hooks in you, like energy hooks in you. And these are the things that, like, this is, oh my god, I'm getting, oh shit, fuck, I'm gonna have to get over my own ego and publish them now, because let's face it, I mean, yeah, it's, I mean, again, you know, sometimes I'm like, what I need to do is record it, right? And then if I do feel like there's something, I'm like, oh shit, and then I watch it like 2 days later and I'm like, what the hell was I like? What was I so bothered about? Do you know what I mean? So bear in mind, when I'm saying this about me, this is probably still going to be either you next or somebody resonating with this. So it's about what a difference a day can make. Or there's another song, what a difference a day makes, 24 little hours. Do you know what I mean? Maybe some, oh my God, and I did just say you need a date yourself. Oh, this is too funny. Stop making me sing songs I can't sing. I can sing some songs, and they make me sing songs I can't fucking sing. Anyway, it's not about the singing. People probably do come for the singing just to fucking laugh at me and laugh at me. You're welcome. That's fine. But yeah, attachment. I'm going to read it, but that is what that means to me. It's like when that comes up and a person reads it, I'm like, like, it's just kind of confirming, like, usually what people already think, you know, that there is someone or a few people in your energy, and you really do need to cut the cords, unhook the energy. And that's why I just, sorry, I'm going all over the place here, but sorry, not sorry, you know, it comes, it's like, that is what happened the other day with a client of mine, and it was actually not planned. And it was basically, it was interesting because in one of those videos that I'll publish after I finish this, I titled it something like cut your cord, soul retrieval, claim back your power, because that's what it says on the Work Your Light deck, which I'll now shuffle to see if that comes out again. And then that follows on from the soul fragments one. And by the way, these were actually for the weekend. So you'll see when I post them, this stuff might have been in real time, or it might be yet to happen, or it might be a warning. But yeah, basically the long and short of that is it was crazy because I had to, you know, it was like spontaneously heal and, you know, soul retrieval, clear my friend's energy from somebody that had their hooks in her, and you know, get back her power. And then I was watching back these videos that I hadn't watched that I'd recorded for the weekend and that, and I was like, holy fucking shit, that's what just happened. And again, we weren't planning it. It was actually quite inconvenient because it was a fucking Saturday and I wasn't planning on doing it. But again, when the, you know, that's when the shamanic work calls, it calls. And, you know, that's the kind of, I've got healthy boundaries, but, you know, that was an emergency. And there's quite, I'm on high alert for, like I say, I was on high alert for that all the Scorpio season. And this is the last day of Scorpio season. So I do feel some of that kind of people needing, I don't know, just like, yeah, last minute kind of healing or in a bit of a panic could sort of go into Sagittarius season, which, you know, Sagittarius season is usually quite playful and fun with the build up to Christmas. But I mean, I'm not meaning to be doom and gloom, but with all the sort of collective fear that's going on, I do feel, you know, you all need to be clearing your energy more than usual. And it's just what I keep channeling, you know, like, you know, make sure that you are going to healers you're guided to as well, rather than just healing yourself, because I share that I do it all the time for a reason, so that, you know, I'm not just like, oh, I just heal myself all the time. Like, no, I don't. Like, you'll see when Pammy shares that, like, you know, I go to her once a month, and I've done that now for That'll be going on 6 months, and that's why I'm sitting able to do this challenge right now, and why I'm not ill. I would usually always be ill at this exact time, and it's because I chose to look after myself. Right, so, and then we've got women holding a coin on the bottom. That's always good. Right, so let me read this. But again, by the way, that light-headed thing, that's actually, take that away, unless it is fucking mine, and I mean, I'll keep it, but it's fucking horrible. You're amazing, Claire. It was my pleasure to receive an amazing reading from you too. Oh, it is you. I thought it was you. And thank you. No, I love you. You're amazing. It's lovely to see you on here. I hope you're doing well. My left ear started ringing as soon as you said attachments. Oh dear, I've been clearing hooks, but I know I need a healer. I know I need a healer heals the healer level clearing. Yes, I mean, I think that is the message that's coming through. Right, let's see. 5. Oh, actually though, the thing is, now wait, and you are getting that, because I'm doing the distance for the people on that level of the tier. I'm doing the distance healing tonight, and it'll be really powerful with that Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon. So there you go. That might be enough. But what I say to people is, it probably will be enough, but you have to gauge that yourself, because it really depends what we're talking about here. But you always do feel better after the distance healing. But yeah, right. Okay, so let's read this. Perceived need and the choice to let go. In the upright position, this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped. Oh my God. And remember, I'm sure I did say something about something's going too slow, or, because I felt it was saying ages to get out of it. Like, it's kind of the same vibe. Your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. Hello, oh my God, this is when I mean that I'm reading for Nyx right now, but this is 100% the divine masculine collective, regardless of gender. The ones that it's like want to move forward, but for whatever reason, fall back to people from the past, or whether that be romantic, friends, family, or patterns, like ways of thinking, just fear. Like, again, it always just reminds me of in the Matrix when he's about to jump off it, and it's symbolic of, the full card, taking a leap of faith and it paying off, and then everyone's like, oh God, don't do that shit, something bad might happen. Do you know, shit, I wondered when they're going to make me use that analogy. Have you seen that advert? Like, it keeps coming up when I'm watching YouTube videos, and it's like, I think it's for Pinterest, and it's really clever. But it's like, there's one with a guy cooking, and it's like, oh God, you might do it wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? And then there's another one where it's like someone's a makeup artist, and it's like, oh, time to body shame, guys. And then what's the other one? God, I know off by heart. And then what's the other one? But it's really, I think the other one's the better one. I can't remember what it is, but it's really clever to get. I think it's because it's procrastination. That's why that's my favorite one. It's like kind of like, no, it's not. It must be fear. It's kind of like, oh no, don't do that. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, wow, that's like how I lived most of my life, basically, until I was inspired with this challenge. I was like, fuck it, let's go. Fuck it, let's go. And by the way, can I just say Della knows, because when I done my mediumship, that's where I actually, like, I was doing mediumship in a group, and that's when I did just think, oh, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Because I thought I need to do it at some point. And then, thank God, my other beautiful medium friend was encouraging me in the inbox and was like, look, just do it. Do you know what I mean? And then I was flying. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm good at encouraging other people to do that as well. Because we all have that moment, you know what I mean? Like being on the edge. And it reminds me of that saying of, come to the edge, come to the edge. He pushed them and then they flew. And you can think about that with anything. When you've got any kind of fear about something, and then you do it, you're like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? That was fun. Like, it's like, I can't really use an example of I can't really use an example of Facebook Lives on my page. I was afraid to do another one because it was specifically mediumship, but when it came to it, I just love it. Like, it is, I come alive as soon as come alive. Now we're channeling the why is it all the songs? The songs all went away for a while, and now they're away. But it's making me feel better, so we'll just go with it. The Greatest Showman. Oh, I was talking about being a showman. Showwoman. But yeah, this is, again, there's something about patterns of the past holding you back. And I do feel more of you will resonate with that than just Nick's. And that's what this fucking challenge is about, to stop people doing that, basically. And that's why I always share that I used to hold myself back when it came to some of the things that I'm literally born to do, which is some of what you're seeing me do. The chain at your wrist is bottled to fear from the past or desperation. Will decide. Very loud alarm. That's why I can't use you when it's like 1 a.m. or something. It's so loud. Bottled to, but that means something too. The alarm going off is like, time's up. Like, it's like you feel like time's up. I should have been more further forward right now than what I am. And I do feel there'll be many people out there, many twin flames, that feel the same. And it's people trying to hold you back. Boom, drop the mic. Again, all the videos I released this week are actually kind of similar. I think it was actually the one I've published. And I mean, actually, yeah, it is, because I was laughing today when I was making a cup of tea. And listen, to be specific, it wasn't tea. That would be a lie. It was coffee. But yeah, it was something like, fuck them, but send them love, but fuck them. Do you know what I mean? If they're trying, you know what I mean? Although you may wear the mask of pretense and even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. Yeah, so look how I stopped and said that. And that was the chain at your wrist is bolted to the fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense and even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. So this is why I'm saying this is going to be very strongly resonating with people in the collective as well. Are you living in fear, addicted to the old unhealthy habits? It's probably why I gave the examples of the food, but that was quite a light and fluffy example. I could have went in hard with, like, drugs, sex, rock and roll, drink. Or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now. If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action. You need to break out the chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. That's why this challenge is going to be good. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. Yeah. So and it's on page 15, and 15 is the devil. So I really do feel that is just stressing that, yeah, see how you get on with the distance healing that I send out tonight, but just look out for the signs that you do need to be getting a one-to-one healing, whether it be from me or anyone else. And it is just about what I say all the time. There's so much we can clear of ourselves, but when you've got shit coming at you, the back of you can't get that. It doesn't matter how I'm a very powerful healer, and it took me years to be able to say that, but there's certain stuff that, like, I'll know that I'm getting energetically attacked, but it's only when I go to get a healing that I'll be able to get people to properly sort of clear that shit. You know what I mean? Friendship, and then look at that, and then that just ties in so beautifully to one of the videos that you're going to be seeing later on in the week, when I actually basically said, yeah, I don't let just anyone heal me, and my guys are very, very protective of me. Love is okay, but when it comes to heal, I'm very sort of, and so you should be, basically. Do you know what I mean? You should be. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason, and me and Pammy spoke about that it's really quite, I basically said to, because she was obviously sharing how I'd helped her, but you'll see that it's kind of like I basically feel it when I get the massage from her, like how much more in her empowerment she is, and her basically take it. Well, we always say bad, like, I'm going to call the course badass boundaries at some point, like just taking no shit energy. And it's like, that's the kind of, I need a bit of, because that's my energy, I need that. And it's kind of like the massage was amazing before, but it was kind of like after there was a bit of ass kicking energy injected in Pammy with the therapy that we done. It's just, and it happens so quick. Again, 8 sessions, and she's still what's amazing about her, that just putting herself first more. And it's amazing to see when you see somebody not doing that, which is basically all the people. Look, friendship, I shuffled and I got the same one. So with me saying that about Pammy, it's like I really do feel, wait a minute, why are you making me feel that? Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. There's something about a friend. I just want to check if they're safe. Wait a minute. I just want my suspicious mind. Oh God, there's another one. Fucking hell, God, in a trap. But that might be irrelevant. But it's like I just want to actually check if they're telling me about a good friend, like what I was talking about there, or whether it's like you have to be more discerning about who is around you. Because you think about what I was talking about letting somebody close to your energy. Why are you making me talk about that? Now, I don't usually use these cards very often. They have got a shadow attribute to it. I picked them up because there's such shadowy energy. Oh, for fuck's sake, guys. What the hell? I'm not saying it to you. I'm saying it to like my guides and maybe flashing my arse if I'm. This is highly annoying. Wait till I just. Oh jeez. Right, I'm going. I sound like the guy in Beetlejuice, don't I? I've got it. Oh my God, I really have been lightheaded now. Mother? Bridget's mum, are you with us? I'm being drawn to the pink flowers over there. Are you with us? It's a bit creepy. Nurturing, patience, unconditional love, joy, and giving birth to life. Smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Oh, Christ, my God, this is deep shit tonight. Right, okay. So that's flew out for someone. So whoever that resonates with, again, wow, that's kind of crazy, because that is what I channeled. Was not that deep, but it was when I was saying about sometimes we don't realize that by trying to help people, but also children. So this could be a warning, remember, next, or you might recognize, oh yeah, but it has been coming up with clients quite a lot, like just basically recognizing where even when parents are trying to help you, that might have kind of hindered you to have your own independence. So again, that's for you to know. You could be recognizing that about things for your own self, your own inner child, or it could just be a wee bit of a warning about not well, basically loosen the reins so that they make their own mistakes. Oh no, look, there is something about, look, companion, but the shadow attributes is what my eyes went to right away, and it's got two women on it. Betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. Is this now again? I don't want to go again. Look, this is a problem with the fucking huge. This is the problem with the deep Scorpio energy right now. But I'm actually feeling like this is something that happened, not too long ago. So again, because I know that you had actually said, but I'm just piecing together the fact that that was what it wasn't. It was the betrayal of a friend, wasn't it? And so this is, if that is what happened to you, this is what's going in the collective for some other people right now, or it's like a warning. But it's got companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. But this is so interesting, because this is literally what I helped one of my best friends recently about not being hoodwinked by people. Betrayal by misusing confidence is loss of personal identity. Yeah, look, anyway. Yeah, look, I think it is. I feel it's the past energy. I feel it's just acknowledging that because you're going to be in such deep feels, like basically right now and tomorrow. But think about it, like, to me, this is fascinating, because this is energy for secrets, but it can also be where secrets get revealed. And definitely when someone's got Pluto retrograde 0 degrees Scorpio, where it is right now, it's digging into this stuff, feeling into it. And that's not a coincidence. I was holding oh my God, it is right. Whoa, holy shit. This is definitely about being aware, who just not letting anybody, this is about not just letting anybody heal you. It's literally what I just said. Healer, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Before I read the shadow, it could also be like if you've got anyone around you, kind of like giving it the old, oh, I'm not really into what you do. Do you know what I mean? But actually, they're gaslighting you and they're trying to get free healing from you. Watch for that. Because remember, because I've got healer and I've got guide. So it's like I'm here to be a healing guide to you, to basically point out with my clairvoyance the things that have happened to me over the past, to notice that. Taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. Yeah, or it could be where, you know, you'll burn yourself to the ground, try to help others when you needed to help yourself first. So again, I've said a lot of stuff there. It's going to be some of these things, but yeah, healer represents the nature of the divine in life and yourself. Places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. Yeah, so it's gossip. God Christ, gossip and shapeshift. See, look, I was meant to use these cards. Gossip and shapeshifter. Thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. What the is this what happened? I mean, obviously you don't need to go into the fucking details, but I think it is, because it's like, God, that's fucking mental. And this isn't just you. This is because other people need to hear this. Yeah, basically what I'm getting from this is, it's like your message from the past, but it's being used to go into the collective. It's about just being awake, just be discerning about who you've got around you. And if you're starting to get real inklings of everyone, because again, Nyx, this has already happened to Nyx, but it's like, actually, it really very much reminds me of what I mean, Pammy kind of touched on it in her video, but it's about she never used to see anything like that because of where her Mercury is in the 12th house. A bit like when I've channeled about people with any planet in the 12th house, apart from where mine is. I'm not going to, again, see, they stop me. I was about to say that's no fucking happening to me, but it has happened to me, and probably even stuff that I don't even fucking know about. But it's, when I find out, it's like, see ya, you know what I mean? It's, as the people found out the hard way, you know, but then these are the people that will be like, I cut off from her, do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, actually, that's not really the truth, but by that point, you don't really care, do you know what I mean? So, but it's, yeah, shapeshifter. It's about people around you that aren't, oh my God, this is so weird. I was actually led to stuff like this today. Oh, I was actually led to stuff like this today. And again, it's like I've already went through all of this, but it's because as a way shower, I've got to talk about to help other people. It's about, yeah, gossip and shapeshifter. It's like there's people around, there's still people around some of you. Hopefully we're talking about the past stuff for you next, that they're one way in front of you, and then behind your back they're something else. Like there's something in it for them. So it's what, so I feel specifically, although this is past for you next, just be aware of that. If you're sort of sharing different sorts of bits and bobs that you're doing, it's okay if you're sort of, I wanted to say if there's something in it for you, but yeah, you know, I think we've been taught to think that's a bad thing, but just, it's something about reciprocal sort of stuff, you know, like just make sure there is something sort of reciprocal, and it's not kind of people giving it the old kind of neediness or damsel in distress and, you know, making out they're not that bothered, but it's actually they know exactly what they're doing to zap your light. That's pretty strong. Yes, all of it, massive betrayal. Yeah, I could see, because look at that card. Like, I don't know if someone's actually, I don't know if somebody actually has red hair, or it might be a thing for somebody else, but that's just, so that's not a coincidence that I was speaking about this Scorpio energy being about secrets, you know, dark secrets, things from the past as well, but like betrayal, you know, it's, I said the word betrayal, and betrayal is on both these cards. Shapeshifter, skill in navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to potential to change in everything. I mean, that can be a good thing, or projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just getting, it might not happen yet, but I'm just, it's like they are just sort of saying, and again, you'll be on it. Now that I'm saying it, you'll spot these people. Well, I don't know that you will, because I know the other parts of your chart. I'm not about to fucking totally read your whole soul in front of it, but it's just trust it when you feel something like that, because again, do you know what? Like, it's like they're saying to me, it's like a it's like a friend. Oh, this is so interesting. See, when you watch Pammy's one, I think that'll really help you, because Pammy said something about, the fact that, because I don't hide in it. It's like that she's literally one of my best pals, but it's like we also do respect each other's businesses. It's not fucking like, oh, mates rates, and yeah, you know what I mean? It's and it's just I'm just sort of feeling like there's someone around you that you might just get pulled into helping just that little bit too much, when it's like you need to be healing you. Yeah. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. And I did sort of say something in the comments in that task video, didn't I, about turning lead into gold, being the alchemist, delight in sharing life's riches. And then the shadow attributes is hoarding money, emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Right, okay, I'm going to stop now because I'm going in really deep. But again, there could be something about that, because that would be like when anyone's fallen too much into their, wait a minute, I need to, this is for the collective too, so it's still yours, but it's for the collective. Just listen to the bits that they want me to pull a Russian roulette card. Just be aware of anyone that resonates with that, falling too much into that collective fear around money. Yeah, if you start doing that, anyone out there, watch my meditation about New Earth, or watch some of the Taurus moon channelings about money, and because that's what's being churned out. That's basically what I'm saying. I mean, even actually today, like I was talking to someone, and it's totally innocent, but I pointed out to her that was a limiting belief. It's like, you are kind of you could think like, oh, what's the point in doing anything like this? Like, because again, I will say that, like, there's no fucking secret about it. Midweek and towards the end of the week into Sunday, like, I'll be talking about my packages and just my normal sessions that are there. Well, they're there just, I was going to say all the time, but some of them might not be there. But basically, and I'll have fast action bonuses and all that. But again, that's not anything secretive or shady, because I'm basically telling you now. Do you know what I mean? And I'm also helping people at the same time. But it's because I know that when I give a lot from a genuine place of helping people, knowing that there's a possibility, like, nobody might buy fuck all at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? There's my limited belief that I can work with tonight. But do you know what I mean? It might happen. It did happen one of the times. But then the person that did buy, I think that was when Marjorie bought the fairy patch. Yeah, it was like somebody that hadn't even done the fucking challenge. So, you know what I mean? It was like, that was a really good example of, I didn't know where it was going to come from, but I knew I would be blessed for helping loads of people. Do you mean? But they do just keep pulling me back to that. I don't think it's oh my God, slow down. One of the situations is a betrayal that already happened. And I feel, I don't need cards for this. There's trauma there that I do feel I need to heal one-to-one. I do, like, and I know that you trust me enough to know I'm not just saying that. I can feel, because I felt really anxious, and I feel like, because you've got that strong Scorpio energy and me having a lot of Scorpio, it's kind of like, it's important that that gets cleared so that you don't block the way for genuine, trustworthy people that you can trust, that won't betray you. Because it's like, if that was a friend, it's kind of like as well, like, so actually that, oh shit, fuck, so much for leaving at 10 o'clock. That's in 5 minutes. What the fuck happened? See what I mean about, I just get into this shit when I come on. Listen, that was Nix's message and the collective, and I'm away. Fucking good luck with your limiting belief. I'm only joking, but seriously, if anyone did want help with me picking apart your limiting belief, then we'll do that next. But yeah, I'll pull the next card, but it's like they want me to sort it. You're very, very welcome. They want me to sort of tie that in, whether it's a friend or definitely if it was in romance. That's the thing that I think lots of people can find it hard to get their heads around. Is, say somebody hurt, I mean, God, that actually does pertain to me as well. It's like, like, if somebody hurt you, right, we'll deal with both. If somebody, it doesn't matter if it's a friend or love, actually, but if somebody hurt you like a friend, right, and it was somebody you were really close to, and it's somebody you just never expected in a million years they would do that, it makes perfect sense that you're going to be left with this remnants of, holy fucking shit, man. If they can do that to me, that means anyone can do that to me. Do you know what I mean? Makes sense, doesn't it? Right. So unless there's actual clearing done on that, you just don't want that hanging around, right? Now, yeah, you could attempt to heal that shit, but I could feel that anxious specifically with you about that. But that's going for anyone that resonates with. Again, they're getting me to say that about love as well. If you were in something where somebody was constantly cheating on you or constantly accusing you of something all the time, especially if you weren't doing anything, or kind of, you know, talking like shit or telling you that you're worthless, or I don't know, all these horrible things that people do out there, which is why a lot of folk just choose to no fucking be in a relationship until they feel like somebody's worth it. Okay, it's one of the downsides of being so fucking psychic. I'm like, no. It's like, have you ever seen in The Time Traveler's Wife when they don't even need to walk around the house to view the, you know, the house scene. He just walks in and he's like, no, it's not this one. And they go in the next one. No, it's not this one. I've done that whenever my mum and dad, I mean, mum and dad haven't moved house for like a million years, but when they were moving house, I would do that. I'd be in and I remember and I'd be like, it's not this one. And as much as my dad will pick and choose when he's into all this spiritual stuff, he said, like they did always trust me, and I did pick winners for them, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, that could be a downside, because it's like, you know what I mean? Well, it depends which way you look at it, but anyway. But also, even people like that are really psychic, you would still have to do the soul retrieval and the work around that, you know, just to make sure that there isn't kind of like remnants of being hurt in the past. So for anyone that's resonating with this could be like very similar, that like something has happened to you like years and years ago, you know, and you're thinking, there's no fucking way that's going to be affecting me. Like, you know, I don't feel anything for that person, it's slightest, you know, blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, your inner child feels, oh, fuck. Oh, I missed that. But did you say The Time Traveler's Wife? Yeah, I did. And then remember, it's really funny because, well, I think it's really funny because she's called Claire in it. And this taxi driver when I was younger, long story, I swear it before, but he was our pal, fucking got me out of hot water a few times. I tell you, fucking hell. Once I was so drunk, he carried me up the stairs. That definitely wasn't on the meter. Oh, shameful. That's why I don't drink, guys. But it's why, like, but you know what I mean? It's why I don't judge people. I'm like, listen, I can listen. Like, do you know what I mean? I've either fucking went through shit myself, or I've listened to somebody else that has. Sit down, you know, tell me all your problems. I'll hold space. And then if you never want to see me again, you never have to see me again, right? But people like me and they come back, most of them. And like, you know, and the people that don't, it's just they didn't need to again. But yeah, sorry, the reason I said that is because he always used to say that I looked like that actress, because she's Claire in The Wedding Crashers as well. It's just weird that she's called Claire in both things, but she's like a shapeshifter. She looks different. Rachel McAdams looks different in all these films. In The Notebook, she looks nothing like that. Like, I look nothing like her in that. But in the other ones, I did, because she wears curly hair in The Wedding Crashers. You know, that's fucking weird that oh, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I can't be arsed doing that tonight. It is weird that I keep saying Wedding Crashers though, because that is a joke that me and my twin had, because he used to seem to always be going to weddings. And I was like, you need another fucking wedding. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I called them the Wedding Crashers. So that's kind of funny. And I noticed in that adjustment bureau last night that they actually have a chat about being a wedding crasher, and I've never noticed that before. I was like, that is so fucking weird. And it was just fucking weird that it was on last night as well. And then anyway, oh, the synchronicity of being a twin flame, guys, you know what I mean? Jesus. Right, okay, so give us a card before I fall any deeper into the feels. The belief I had coming up when I was watching your video alert was I'm not ready, which spans so many things. Also had people don't buy from me around work. Charlotte, I'm going to give you the same chat I give you all the fucking time. Your honesty is fucking beautiful. You know, I fall into a bit of that as well. People don't buy from me. And it's not fucking true. I actually had it when I was, what was the right? Well, this is brilliant. We'll work on that in a minute. Let's pull a card. Let's pull a card. But and also, if you mean I'm not ready, do you mean you're not ready for the twin flame? Because I mean, if that's like I mean, that would be that fucking seems to be very in line with the collective of divine masculines. Yeah, he's still not here. My threat didn't go down well, did it? Because I mean, you're only going to get that if you actually, yeah, you're only going to get that if you've been around a while. Oh dear, ultimatums don't go down well with people. Right. Right. Let's give us a card. What do we need to know about what I was saying to Nix, and then what fell over into all this other stuff about deception, which also came up in the task video. Which, remember, deception doesn't always need to be a friend fucking you over or a lover fucking you over, or it can be like the people's twin flames out there that are wearing a mask deceiving you that they don't feel the same. That can be deception as well. Or how you deceive yourself, for the even more complicated ones that actually genuinely don't know that they feel the same. Do you know what I mean? It's all just, oh, fuck my life. I don't even like, who says that? I don't like that term, fuck my life. But that does keep coming to my mind. Charlotte, I think you're fabulous and you were born ready. Open your arms and surrender. Absolutely. I've got a list as long as my arm for I'm not ready. That's your Libra moon. Shh, Libra moon. Embrace the Sagittarius rising and the Pisces magic, especially with the expansive magicalness energy of Jupiter and Pisces right now. Right. What do we need to know about anything to do with it? There's a card in here which I pulled out yesterday, I think, or it might be the day before, and it's called Caught in the Ruins, and it reminds me of a Tower card, and it's someone behind bars feeling they're trapped, but they're not, and they could leave the situation, which ties in with that attachment card. Which is really actually why I'm doing this challenge. You know, it's like what I'm describing is spell work, black magic, you know, and again, remember, spell work and black magic is when people have made you feel like you're not good enough. Again, it's like it's picking up on, it's either people from the past, for those of you out there, or it's people like in the present, or the not too recent past. But whatever it is, it's people that have had a negative effect. And it's what I've been channeling about the past few weeks, actually, in the lives. Like, I've shared quite a bit about, you know, how, you know, I'm always open. It's like, right, where is something stopping me from wherever? Right, what do we need to know? Anything about whatever I've said that's going to be helpful for, we'll go into the collect. Wait a minute, so this is still, I'm going to say this is for next, but it's also going to be for the collective, and then I'll close down your one next, but... Oh, wow. The Queen. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right. Okay. Right. So I feel this is your one, and the next one's the collective, but again, it might still resonate, right? We've got the Queen of Forces, and it's the sun and the moon. Fuck my life. Like, why do I keep saying fuck my life? Who says that? I don't like that saying, and it's not a good affirmation. Take that away. It's not mine. I don't usually say that. But if you read the post that I channeled last night, I said something it was quite beautiful, actually. It was about the sun and the moon. And this has actually got a woman, and it's the sun and the fucking moon. So let's read it. It's like it feels like holding polarities, holding opposites. Yeah, and then the other card I'm looking at, that's pretty fucking creepy, to be honest, because I heal with Saint Germain and the Violet Flame every day. I always say that. And then if you've ever seen the banter behind the other deck, where the man on the card looks like somebody I know. And it's the Saint Germain card. That's why I'm saying that. Right. So the Queen of Forces. The Queen of Forces. Where is it? Again, I'll be speaking to in gobbledygook code for some folk tonight. They'll be like, what the fucking hell is she on about? And it's fine. If it goes over your head, it's meant to. If you're picking it up, you're meant to pick it up. I'm too tired to explain myself. Again, I'm channeling how somebody feels right now. I'm too tired for words. I can't be fucking arse dealing with any of this. And it's like, yep, me too. Right. 184. 184. I'm channeling someone's dark night of the soul, basically. That's what it feels like. Right. So this card shows a woman balancing the energies of the sun in one hand and the moon in the other. With a river. Do you know what this is like as well, Nick? It's like when I described the Sagittarius and the Scorpio energy, which we're moving out of. Because I always say that. I always say when it goes from Scorpio moon into Sagittarius sun, it's like, you know, we're all going through a death and rebirth. It's like we're all in the darkness and then we get born again in the light in the Sagittarius moon. So hold on if you're feeling like that. Hold on if you're feeling like that, guys. This really can be. This is it just is. I mean, again, it's like I'm trying so hard not to mention that it's just it's not. There's no such thing as coincidence. It's regardless of whatever and however, whenever all of that happens, it is not a coincidence that I understand astrology at such a deep level, and whether anyone else that would apply to gets it or, you know, likes it or understands it, you know, you can't really deny anyone, even skeptics. I've never really, you know, I've got a really skeptical friend of all this, but even she's totally sold on astrology. Yeah, it's not a coincidence that I've got people with really intense placements, you know what I mean? Quite a few people around me, but maybe one very close to this energy. But you know what I mean? It's because I just really, I can feel into that stuff. Anyway, this is what's going on within you next, but it's also going to make sense to others. This card, I'm going to start again. The Queen of Forces represent. I'm going to start again. Someone feels like they just need to fucking start again. So I think this is you, but this is also others. She brings an unusual combination of power and peace, creativity and receptivity in both her energy and her support. Sometimes this card can represent a person in your life, either you or another, coming into a phase of great power and an ability to sustain it with wonderful results. There's a gift of grace and serene understanding, and I kept saying understanding there. When this card is upright, it also brings new roles and opportunities, careers in many of the sciences, global communication, nature, and energy may be available to you now. The Queen of Forces could also indicate the appearance of a possible love interest or associate in business or in a creative project who has powerful influence and connections for you or another. It may be someone you know or somebody new, but when this card appears, there's a tender yet powerful support. During this time, choose to support your, oh my God, hello, drop the mic, right? It might take forever and a fucking day, but this is what I already channeled. During this time, choose to support yourself as well. And it brings it back to that card that was something about fall in love with taking care of yourself, which is what you need to do on the twin flame journey. Even for actually the 3 people that I've interviewed, oh, it's not an interview, whatever it is, a testimonial. If it's an interview, I didn't do a very good job with Pammy. I fucking spoke too much. Anyway, it's fine. it's spoke more than I wanted to, but she did get a word in, right? I'm just saying I can recognise that about myself. And my eye bags are fucking terrible. I love myself unconditional, but fucking hell, man, I was like, Claire, stop fucking sitting up till 5 in the morning because you look like shit there. And then I looked better the rest of the video, but yeah, it was not good. So that's interesting. I don't usually speak to myself like that. Somebody's really fucking speaking to themselves like shit out there. Somebody's speaking to themselves like shit. I know I just done it to prove a point, but I mean, I genuinely did sort of think that, but like, that's not usual. I mean, it's true in my case, but it's like it was true in that moment. So what I do is, well, I can course correct this. I just need to actually go to sleep at a proper time. And you know what I mean? You kind of think you can burn the candle at both ends and get away with it, whoever needs to hear that. You hold the forces of the sun, creativity, and I pulled you a card about creativity, and moon, receptivity, and only you and yourself can direct the energy of your eternal life. Yet, so it really does feel like what I already said, and this card's backing it up. It's an exciting time of you experimenting with the different things, like healing things that you're led to, and things to do with your creativity and your creative projects. But it's a fine balance between you recognizing how much energy you've got for another, and basically when you just haven't actually got anything for anyone. Like, so here's a good example. Oh, and you know this, that, well, some of you know, is that, like, so I've been getting guided for the past weeks. It's like, right, I've got rid of my WhatsApp. I've not got any, you know, well, I'm in Facebook, but I've like, my Facebook is uninstalled and on my everyday phone. And it's on that, and you know, I'll probably just take it off that too, actually, because like I say, so it's basically pulling my energy back. Oh, like oh my god, like the Soul Fragments video that I channeled that I published last night. Anyway, I'm pulling my energy back from all these places, and really, when I can be arsed in the new year, I probably should go on Facebook and fucking pull myself out the 300 million groups that I'm in. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll take my energy and magic back from there, thanks very fucking much. Especially because I do, actually, that is a really good fucking point. I need to do that. Maybe it's a case of creeping on fucking, anyway. But you get, so see where it fits for you, but it's about noticing the balance of how much you've got to give and how much you need for you. And so they're saying it to me, it's important, because it's like, because even I'm like, oh, but why do I need that? I'm not even really hardly speaking to that many folk, but there is a few, and it's like, they just keep saying to me, it's like, look, don't ask any questions. But I get it. It's just pulling your energy right back to you. And it's because it's like going inwards, but it's also because, you know, because I dare say, I think I'm probably just deleting my Facebook messenger for this week. And then I'll probably reinstate it again, I think, near Christmas, you know, for say Merry Christmas and that to folk. But I mean, no. But do you mean, it's kind of like, because anybody that speaks to me on the messenger knows that, you know, they can speak to me on email or, you know, in sessions, and that's basically it. That it's like, it's like protecting your own energy, you know. So they're taking, it's really, talk about treacle, it's really fucking hard for me to get this message out, but I feel it's because it's really, thank you, Spirit, it's really hard for you to assert your boundaries with it. It's a friend in particular, there's a few people that I feel it's like, people are going to, if it's not, they're going to be coming to you for help, and it's like, it's a test, and you're meant to pick yourself. Oh fuck, this is definitely for the Divine Masculine Collective as well. It's like, basically, it's like when I was watching the Adjustment Bureau last night. If you've not seen that film, it is one of my favourites because it's so fucking spot on for twin flames. But it's spot on for anything when you've got something important to do in the world. But it's fucking ridiculous the amount of things that come up to stop in that film specifically. It is two lovers from ever talking again, which is the true twin flame journey. So if you're fucking watching folk being like, oh yeah, I hook up with them now again, and then I hook up with this person, it's like, that's not fucking twin flames. And if it is, maybe it is, but I very much fucking doubt it, right? It's probably the person that you fucking never see anywhere, and you're fucking kept apart. And it's just, even when you're about to make your way to them, it's like, oh, look, like what happens in that film, somebody gets fucking knocked down by a car, and he's a nice guy, so he's going to pick the person up that's been knocked down by a car. But it's all it's all distractions, and distractions for all of you will come in the form of, oh, suddenly, but like, whenever I've felt there was big stuff in my, big exciting stuff, whether it be to do with abundance that's like kind of about to manifest, or other good stuff that's about to happen in my life, I always notice that somebody from my past that I haven't spoke to for fucking months, or someone that there's a bit of an attitude, they just sort of pop up. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why I don't miss not having WhatsApp now. It's like, what the fuck is, you know what I mean? Why, when I feel something good's about to happen, why is this person suddenly? But that's why. It's a test to see if you're going to pick yourself over somebody that it's different if it's a really close friend or something, but I'm talking about if it's somebody that kind of pops up and a lot of that happened last year as well, whereas it was like maybe I hadn't spoke to someone for about a million years and they're popping up and kind of wanting to just jump on a Zoom, and I'm like, oh, you can't just jump on a Zoom. Do you know what I mean? Because it's disrespectful when someone's got a business, and also because I'm a healer and whenever I'm doing anything, so when I'm listening about me, take this on for you, everyone. But it's also about, where are you being distracted from something, because if you're in receiving mode and then you allow yourself to be pulled out of that to help somebody and then to help somebody else and then to give some more and then to do that and then to help that person because they really need it. And before you know it, 2 years has went past, 5 years has went past, 10 years. Do you get what I'm saying? Right, okay, I think they've got the point across there. But the reason why I know that's true is that I feel that's what you, this is still you, what you next are going to come up against if you haven't already. And that's where, hopefully, me stressing it, and for whoever else this is for, don't fail the test and see through it that it's barriers and blocks getting in the way of you going for what you want or receiving what it is you want and what you deserve. Stand up for what you know is right. We are supporting you. Trust, love, and appreciate yourself. Show respect for you, and it's got inverted commas. Show respect for you. So how in line is that with fall in love with taking care of yourself? Whereas when God, I'm getting really passionate. I'm fucking loving it, man. I'm really shouting this shit. But it's like, it's like it's drummed into us from kids, like, help everyone. And it's like, yeah, you can still help people. But if you're literally fucking non-stop helping everybody all the time, and there's always somebody making out like something's on fire and this needs to be sorted out, you know what I mean? It's when do you get what you want? That's going to lead beautifully into the limiting beliefs when we can actually fucking get around to it. Have I read all of this? Feel the Queen of Forces approach. This is a meditation. Right. Close your eyes. We need to after that. That was intense. 1 minutes. Alignment. You see, some of you are coming in to complete and total alignment. And because of that, all these tests and traps and things are going to get in the way. Whether it's those of you that are close to twin flame physical union, or those of you that aren't at that bit yet, and it's about other good things happening in your life, career-wise, money-wise, whatever other parts of your life. Are you going to pick yourself, or are you going to pick that other person over you, or those other 5 people over you? Close your eyes if you want to do this bit. Feel the Queen of Forces approach. She offers all sorts of support and energy. Who is she in your life? Take a deep breath and tap the inner part of you that rules the forces of the world. And open your eyes. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's not a meditation. I mean, whatever. It's probably just because I do meditations that I'm like, what's that going to do? Anyway, right. So anyway, let us read the other one. Let's read this. Remember I pulled this once and you actually oh dear. Oh my God. Okay. So I've just flicked the book open at Fated Meeting. And the 7th of December is the literal day of the full moon in Gemini, which is his twin flames. So, and this is, wait a minute, when I used these before I got led to that, why did I never actually pick the card? Oh my God, this is so fucking freaky, this is quite freaky because this is actually like a little bit like that film. That's really funny. Fated Meeting, because if you've, oh my God, who's seen the Adjustment Bureau? Has anybody on here seen the Adjustment Bureau? Because it's like they keep bumping into each other in random places. And then, it kind of ruins the film. But like he's told, like, basically get rid of her number. And then she thinks he hasn't called. And it's just basically all this shit getting in the way. Because they're 2 powerful people and they're not, basically it's like, it's like they aren't twin flames and they're not allowed to be together. And then because he just doesn't give up, which I'm sorry, but in that film, it feels like he's the divine feminine. But it's both, right? It is both. At a soul level, it's both are fighting to get to each other. But it's, yeah, it's just that kind of, they get fucking exhausted because it's like, fucking hell, man. These two are just not going to give up, man, until they get together. Let's just fucking leave them. Do you know what I mean? But it's, you need to watch it. It is brilliant. But it's what I wrote was like true. That when I thought about it, I thought, God, that's really weird because I actually said that before I had proof of it. But I just knew. And like all these years later, like I was fucking right. That is absolutely like the kind of shit that I went through, the exact sort of same shit. Yeah, I was going to say I got drawn to the 222 because my other phone's fat. Well, actually, no, I must have been drawn to 2220 because I'm like, how it can't be fast because it adjusts it itself. Right, so summer, winter. So what I'm feeling about that as well, again, it's like, yeah, there is going to be a fated meeting for some twin, you know, I don't just mean like two people. I mean like this will be a wave of people that might not even watch this live. You can watch it whenever. Hopefully, if you're new around here, like I really can't be arsed sort of explaining for that. So I'm just going to assume most people are watching right now know this, is that lots of things that I channeled in the summer will actually literally, oh look, how weird. Lots of things that I channeled in the summer will literally only be happening now in the winter, and I'm holding summer, winter. You can't make it shut. Or it could be about like, you know, different parts of the world, like where I live, it's winter, and wherever else right now, it's summer, isn't it? So but I'm taking that to mean because it's winter where I live, it's like things are happening either now or quite soon for some like fated meetings. Because they're destined, and that is basically what all that film is about. So that's definitely why they've made me catch that last night so I can so I could remember because I hadn't seen it for years. Right, okay, so let me read this 14 one and then I'll sort of thingy in more about the up in the air. I fucking hell, that's up in the air. Up in the air, yes. Things are up in the air. Caught in the ruins, that's the one I said I pulled. Right. Initiation and the Count Saint Germain. Standing upon the I need to go sit. I'm that tired. I'm fucking making up words. Standing among the pillars within a beautiful temple, the ascended master Count Saint Germain sends his light and energy to the four robed people who stand before him. It is time for their initiation. This card represents your initiation. It is much more than a change. It's much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement. And the time is now. I'm not even saying anything because I just don't even know I don't even know if people are going to go. Right, anyway, moving on. Whatever that means to anyone. Yeah. I've just been saying some fated meetings are happening now or soon, and this is saying the time is now. So if it's not happening now for these fated meetings, you've got some serious shit getting in the way. Attachments, like what I channeled before. So is it your own fear in your own mind, or is it actual people getting in the way? Like in that film, actually, she's literally about to marry someone and she doesn't want to because she can't stop thinking about the guy, which is why I said it's like all the fucking films I watched that the man is actually the divine feminine and the woman is the divine masculine, because it's usually the way that they are in the relationships, and that not all the time, but it is for who I attract for obvious fucking reasons, because that's the situation. But it's but yeah, it's because she feels that he fucked her off, and that wasn't actually true. Like he was trying to protect her because they said if you go near her, we'll make sure that it ruins her career. So whoa, that's pretty deep shit, by the way. My God, by the way. It's like there could be some scandal. Yeah, it fucking definitely is. It's like they're just saying the same thing that I channel all the time, that people have spoke gossip. I pulled gossip earlier, didn't it? People have spoke shit about you, and people have spoke shit about your twin flame, and it's happened about each other, and it just makes it so that's literally for everyone at some point, right? Unless you've got one of the less dramatic unions, and you know that's rare, but from everyone that I've helped over the years, there's always someone fucking meddling, and it's usually a friend or a family member. Some loss of lower vibration relationships. See what I mean? Look at what I just fucking channeled, and then I'm reading this bit that I've never read before, or that I don't remember. I did read it once because I pulled this on a live and I couldn't find the book, so Charlotte very kindly screenshotted me the thing. See, that's how honest I am. That it's like that just popped in my mind. You know what I mean? It's like I literally, but yeah, as if I'm going to remember that. Some loss of lower vibration relationships, jobs, or activities may be required in order to lift you to new heights, ascending, which is why I keep feeling dizzy, like the room's spinning, because some of you are ascending. And power and some of the other halves of your soul are ascending. Or you are, oh fucking hell, you both are. And power that await you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study, as well as connecting to the ascended masters with whom you've worked for centuries upon centuries. And do you know what this is actually basically saying? It's like both twin flames are powerful. And when you both awake, you know, when you're both awakened to that, it's like and we know this from the people that share in the chat, the past life memories, the kind of, even if it's like kind of subtle, but the kind of, Christ, it really does feel like I've known them lifetimes. And the thing is, if you're a true twin flame, when you met your twin flame, as long as you're sure that they are that, I don't want to keep saying twin flame because it gets on my tits that I keep fucking saying the word all the time. You will have felt like that with them, that you could, in moments of like, you could just tell them anything, and then it's sort of, and then you'll put the guard up again, and they'll put the guard up because they'll mirror you. Which is why it's important that you clear past trauma from past lives and from this life. I can see how they're all sort of tying this together. Hopefully you can, but I can see how it all fits. But what it's saying is that it's like, this is talking about the divine masculine men. I feel this is one that's particularly going to make sense to a lot of the men out there, but with the Saint Germain thing, but women too, that feel very closer to divine masculine energy, although we've all got it, just to confuse the newbies. That you will be feeling like you're just not resonating with the people that you did before, and that you're having more sort of psychic senses going on, and that you're having weird dreams, and yeah, just maybe having synchronistic, serendipitous meetings with other mystical people, all this kind of, it might not be, it might not be all of that, but it's bits and bobs of it. Know that you have shared purposes and activities with the masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. Yeah, which is basically what I'm getting at. That this is why I feel this is one more for the men, or like same-sex couples. But you know what I mean? It's like basically people that weren't really into all this shit, and then they wake up one day and they're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, just like yeah, waking up like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what's happening? Why is everything different? You know what I mean? It's like the Truman Show. You know what I mean? It is. It's like the Truman Show. Or it's like, do you know what I watched recently? And I was that excited about the downloads, I nearly fucking grabbed my phone and recorded a video. It was, what was it? Is it Stepford Wives? Have you ever seen that? And it's like, it's the bit when, it's specifically the bit where it's like, you think that the husband is betraying the wife, and like, turning that he's turned her into a robot, which, oh god, don't make me go there. But I mean, yeah, I mean, that scared the shit out of me actually when I watched that film, because I was like, holy fucking shit, man. Because it was like, they guided me to watch that, and then it was like Men in Black after it, and there's so many things about real time things that are, it's just crazy, the things that are in films that are actually true. But yeah, anyway, the point of, there's a lot of point in what I'm saying actually, but because there's chips in all their heads, the wives, and they're all acting a certain way that the husbands want them to act, and then somebody's got the controls, and when they hit the controls, it does what they want them to do. Get what I'm saying? If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Until whoever does something that fucks up all the wiring, and then they're like, oh, what the fuck, why am I wearing this pink horrible dress when I wouldn't normally dress like this? And it was like they were giving me, oh my god, two worlds. See, like, this is quite funny that I've only got 414 subscribers, and I might have fucking lost half you because you're like, what the fuck is Claire on about? But it's like, this is a really important message. Two worlds. It's about the new Earth and the old Earth split, and it's about the people that get it and the people that don't get it, and some people are kind of caught in the middle, and this is. Oh my God, that's what it is. It's because I'm being so dramatic, but it's true. It's because this is technically a portal closing, like tonight into tomorrow, because the 20, I keep thinking it's today, but like the 22nd is meant to be the end of the 11/11 portal. And it's like some people are caught in between these two worlds. I'm going to read what that's about, but it's like, yeah. And you can choose to stay in a world where you don't fit in anymore, but part of you wants to because you wish you never found out all this other stuff, but you've woken up. Tough shit. It happens to the best of us. Do you know what I mean? If you chose to wake up, you chose to wake up. If you chose to be a twin flame, you chose to be a twin flame. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Do you know what I mean? We fucking signed a contract back there. Do you know what I mean? There's nobody to blame but yourself. Like, I'm not even joking. But yeah, all jokes aside, it is kind of quite difficult because it's like the acceptance of like, yeah, I can't go back to sleep, and I can't pretend like I can't, pretend like I don't feel really fucking alienated from all these situations and these people, and I'm being really pulled to other people that feel like home. Well, that would be twin flames for people where that's relevant, where they're not like, a million light years away. Or like I say, just soul family. But it's this feeling of being caught in between two worlds. And then when I'm floating off, like I'm sort of falling into like the people that are really feeling like that. And then they're choosing to just go totally inward and spend a lot of time alone. I'm basically describing Dark Night of Soul stuff, spiritual awakening. Like this is what I went through years and years ago. And then even your closest friends, you could try to explain it to them, and they're just going to think you're fucking nuts. You know what I mean? I was lucky. I did have some people that tried to get it, but oh look, views of the ego. Yeah, it's your ego dying. When you're in that place, your ego's dying. Did I finish reading that? Oh yeah, but there's something more important. Yeah, but in that scene in the Stepford Wives thing, it was like, along with all the stuff about the world stuff, about like, look, see, because this is double Scorpio energy. They've taken me somewhere else away from the challenge, but they must want this to come. It's because I didn't do it on the new moon in Scorpio. That's what it is. And it's like, this is powerful energy for it. So whatever. But yeah, that was a message. When I got that time, that was a message that it's like, well, that's not good. If there's something that somebody can just flip a switch and it's controlling everyone, watch that film, you'll get what I mean. Like, all the wives are actually robots. Until they wake up and they realise that they've been taken advantage of, like they were anyway. But then it was a bit when it was like, actually the guy, I'm going to ruin the film right now, so spoiler alert, but the guy actually hasn't betrayed her at all. He's in it, he's in on it. Like he tricks the people that have done that. And then he stands up for, he's like, because the men are kind of like being like, she's got too much to say for herself. So it's like, it is like twin flames. Like basically that's what I'm describing. It's like, she's got too much to say for herself. She's not just kind of being I will do whatever my husband wants, or I will do whatever my boyfriend wants, or that kind of, she's like ambitious and kind of all that kind of stuff. And so he makes out that he's not wanting that. And then actually it turns out he's got her back. So the message I was getting from that film was actually the divine masculine has got your back. I mean, that's come through before. So again, it's, yeah. Again, and I'm not going to lie, like, you can really feel like that isn't true at all. Like sometimes, for some people, so I've heard. But do you know what I mean? For clients, I'm like, I can want to, but it's true, and I know that with that Saint Germain card coming out, because like I say, it's that I work with that energy. As you'll hear me say when I channel stuff. Right, anyway, let me just read what this fucking, did I read all of that? The disciplines you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the masters will lift your service to the world and all of humankind. This is a time for enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest out reality. So basically, I know it's a lot of big words, but it's basically saying someone's going through massive transformation, and on the other side of it, it's going to manifest a different life. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. Massive fucking change. Right, if anyone's still here, close your eyes and see yourself on the path of your initiation with the Count Saint Germain beside you. Feel your energy and receptivity heighten as your vibration quickens. See the quickening rising. This is when I sit, as much as I said, though, I was going to come off at 10, I knew it wasn't going to happen because they make me sit and do these for ages. Because people that are meant to be on here are meant to be coming with me, higher, higher, higher. Higher love, higher vibration, higher frequency. You know what I'm saying? Realizing there are no limits or hindrances. What's next for you? Right, okay. 2 worlds. Who's still here so that I can... I'm not... Oh, God, maybe I do need to read. I thought we reached Fated Meeting again. I read it the last time, but they did pull me to it. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing just a few minutes before midnight. That could be significant. Again, fucking Cinderella shit going on here. A man and woman approach each other, coming to meet at the time that was predetermined. But also, to me, that means coming at the last minute. So it could specific, just someone coming at the last minute, whatever that means to you. Approach each other, coming to meet at the time that was predetermined by their higher selves, twin flames, higher selves, who are shown above them, translucent and shining. With this card, you're coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either, that's why I said that, yeah. Either it's entirely new or existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience after I just said that. Karma from past lives maybe brought you together. So it's important for you both of you to stay alert, keep your individual and collective growth a priority, and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and each other, which is why twin flame separation is okay. Thank you for letting me know that, ladies, because it did go really fucking weird, but I can't apologize because I do get it, because I knew when I watched that film that was actually a really fucking important message. If you get what I'm saying with the disguised words, because with the channel getting not exactly massive, but you know what I mean, with it getting a little bit bigger, I do have to be a wee bit aware of, you know what I'm saying, like that is an important message, that if in that film someone was flipping a switch and everyone was turning on the people that weren't the robots. I mean, I've seen a similar scene in the new Matrix as well, where anyway, so it's pretty dark. It's this message is very Scorpio. This is why I clear energy, so that this stuff, whatever fucking dark shit has been put in people, go fucking clearing it. But you need to come to me one as well if anybody actually can, resonates with this, and you definitely, if you partook in anything, because it's not the majority of people, but there will be some people out there that will be like, oh fuck. Or recognising it in those around you. That's really what the message is. If you're noticing lack of empathy, people being a bit more angrier than usual, falling into real dark shit, or this is happening to you yourself, because I know, because of people I'm healing, I'm just going to be perfectly fucking frank, I know because it's been happening the whole fucking time we've been in this absolute fucking charade of bullshit, that deteriorating health, deteriorating moods. If you're feeling like you just can't get your energy back, there's a reason for it. And that's why many people do need to come to the shaman to get sorted out. You know what I'm saying? I think that basically spells it out. Hopefully, with me piecing it together with the film. If it's not you, it's people around you. Basically, their energy will affect you, and just be boundaries are more important than ever, really. If you just like shit, what was the other thing I was watching? Oh my god, all these films, I got so many downloads. When I was watching Gremlins yesterday, which is 1984, by the way, when I was born, there's a bit in it where the neighbor is talking about the gremlins that are in watches, the gremlins that are in machinery, the gremlins that are in and I thought, oh my god, it's like he's basically describing, a certain fruit company, the orange phones. Oh god, orange is a phone thing, but you know what I'm saying? The phones that are the orange, those devices, like they were telling us what's in the thing. Anyway, see, that's where people might think that's true. I knew that's what. And then there was something. There was loads of shit, and I thought, oh my god. Not that that's a massive revelation, but it was pretty. I was like, oh, and it's because of this Scorpio energy. It's like they're telling me all this, but it'll go right over the people's heads that aren't meant to get this. But I get it, so I'm saying it for the people that get it. Because you see, some people, what they're telling me is some people, and I'm going to back up my card. Some people feel like they are going crazy out there. And again, welcome your spiritual awakening. I'll post some funny memes to laugh you through your dark night of the soul. I posted one earlier, although that was more a smart arse one because people are really like, fuck you, Claire. But it was quite funny because Lexi sent me that because it's like, it's like when you're kicking back and relaxing because you've already went through it, which, sorry guys, like I can't apologize. But like I said, I was having a wee cry yesterday, right? But it's like most of the time I'm all right. Listen, you fucking find love in your city. Get to fuck. 69 online. I won't 69 you, but get out of here. I'll deal with this myself. Pornography, can't even say that word. Porno or sexually explicit material. Goodbye. There we go. But why have these ones not disappeared? Report. There we go. Oh, but it was right when I was talking about that shit. That troll turned up. See what I mean? Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. This is the point where I laugh if like karmic people of any of the people that I help or anything to do with me watch this deep, like 2 hours in when I'm talking about this stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? That's when I just think that's funny because it's like, where's the joke? Who's really, you know what I mean? Like that, I don't know. I just observed that. I thought, like, imagine if you like didn't like somebody that much, but you would watch them 2 hours deep just to see what they were saying. Some people do that. If I'm saying it, it means some people do it. Trust me. Right. So, if you both honor your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. Yeah. So again, that is about twin flames. It's like if you both honor the separation and the healing period and the transformation that you're going through, which divine feminines go through it first, and then they honor that the divine masculine has to go through it as well. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic because it's a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother or sister, whoever this is, a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready. It's almost time. Right? I'm not fucking shitting you guys. I know I'm going to be calling this. So I've pulled one that said the time is now and it's almost time. I'm fucking sick of delivering these messages when it's almost time and it's time now. It's never fucking my time. Anyway, one of these times it will be, and I'll not tell you when it is. Right, so two of worlds. There's my limiting belief. Caught in the ruins. Actually, shit, that is why I said that, because I was going to say that. What was it that I got? Because this is a brilliant energy for me getting the bottom people's limiting beliefs, but I was like, right, I need to pick one too, and I need to pick not a safe one. And it came to me earlier. And it was something along the lines of like, it was very in line with what Charlotte said, actually. So what was it that I said that was similar? I said something to myself as I was making my coffee, which is, this annoys me and pains me to say it out loud because I'm fucking shit hot at helping other people with it. I can't really word it. It's something to do with not quite believing that. It's hard to explain because although I can't really say it out loud. Yeah, I suppose it is just something about a bit of kind of like disbelief, or that like the really good stuff can happen like that and that can be it. And I'm not actually just talking about love. I'm talking about like what you said about money as well, that it's like, because it is just so, well, Christ, my love life isn't even a roller coaster. It's just that's not even been for a while, but you know what I mean? Occasionally it would have been like sorry, that's so funny, but I mean they just made me do that and I can't fucking argue it. But and then it's like the money stuff is like, yeah, really up and down as it. But anyway, it was just something along the lines of like not believing that things could just be easy and peaceful. And that's really sad, isn't it? Because that's not even true. So like, okay, you're seeing me actually doing my own coaching right now, because my days day to day are really quite peaceful. But I'm always prepared for the next bad thing to happen, either to me or somebody close to me. That's Scorpio rising. You know what I mean? So it's, so what I So what I decided, right? So what I said, right? So tomorrow's spoiler alert is, you know, take an action to counteract that limiting belief, but don't do it tonight. But what I decided, I'm going to tell you just so that you can, because that's me getting really deep and juicy, so that I can actually show you that I've got stuff as well, is that I am going to, the small baby step that I'm going to do is that I'm going to get back to doing my miracle mornings. If you know about that, is that basically, you know, you can write, you know, you journal for a bit, you read for a bit, you exercise for a bit, you know, you written, but specifically for me, writing down statements that aren't, you know, well, they're basically, you know, to override that, because it's simply not true. Like I help people with that, and I help someone with that today, actually. So if that still is something that I need to work on all the time, which I know I do, because the thing is, if that's me saying that for me, it does mean that, like, you know, your twin mirrors you. So yeah, regardless of any other kind of shit that's getting in the way of whatever for all of you out there, and you know, it's, you've got these sort of, you've got the subconscious blocks to contend with as well. And then it does tie back to what I said before as well, that you've got to search that if you've been hurt by somebody else in the past, even though you know that that person won't hurt you, you got to check that actually you've scanned for all that crap as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel the people that are meant to know what I mean there will get that. So yeah, right. Let me see what. Hello, Brianna. Thanks for calling me hot stuff. Coming in at 4:40 my time. Good. The fours. What's that? Oh, it's a little leopard. I have cheetah print. Oh, this always happens. I have cheetah print on my nails right now, Mama. Love it. Love it. The time is now. So let's look at what can we dig in a little bit to about 1,000,000 years ago when. Right, can we dig into your stuff, Charlotte? The belief I had coming up when I was watching your video earlier was I'm not ready. So when you say you're not ready, what do you mean, if you're open to telling us what you mean? Or you can be like, get to fuck Claire, I'm just not ready for anything. I'm inviting you to tell us. Which, oh, you've already wrote, which spans so many things. Pick one thing that you can work with this week. And then also had people don't buy from me. That now that is something you might want to work with too. So you need to pick, really. You need to fucking change that affirmation anyway. Right, so because, you know, other people's could be people don't buy from me at this time of year because nobody's got any money, which is what I quickly nipped in the bud with someone earlier, because it's like, no, don't tell yourself that, because 10 people signed up to my membership. Right, it was actually the same day we went into the pandemic, so it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Be careful what you believe to be true, because actually loads of people needed the healing that I was offering, and you know, all the people that were in that, well, you know, still some of the people that are chatting here, and the other people got what they needed as well. You know what I mean? Oh, I used to say "fuck my life" all the time. Yeah, don't say that. Somebody else must say that out there all the time too. It's not, because I actually really don't say that. So I don't know where that's coming from. It's coming from somebody connected to here, because I'm thinking "fuck my life." It's quite funny the way I'm saying it, but Brianna, do you not say "fuck my life"? Somebody else says it on here. Definitely tapping in the energy of somebody that oh my god, I have big deep eye bags the last couple of days, like I'd aged 10 years. Oh look, so I must have been channeling you too, but fuck me, so did that. Like, I'm not even being funny. Like, listen, I know I'm too honest, but seriously, at the start of the video when I'm talking to Pammy, and listen guys, you know me, full disclosure, like really I should have worse eye bags. Like, I was crying yesterday. I wasn't crying the day before that, so I don't know what the deal was there. This was the lighting or what, but I was like, fuck. But it is because I've been staying up too late. But yeah, shit, man. Now, I've said this before, but it's important for the ladies and the men out there. You know that if you put your cream on, right? So see the cream that I put on before I put my makeup on, the primer stuff, you're not meant to put it up here, because then the skin soaks it, and then that's what does that. I didn't know that literally until about 3 months ago. My mum told me. I was like, I nearly said a bad word there, like a worse bad word. It's like somebody could have fucking told me. I've been doing that for years. Do you know what I mean? So now I know I don't do it, but maybe I did. I think, you know, sometimes I'm lazy. I don't fucking, but yeah. Yes, Lexi. I was talking about Lexi a minute ago. I don't know what you said Lexi to, but I was talking about Lexi. Oh gosh, trying to pick one. Well, I'm not ready to see the dentist this week. Had an infected. Oh, you too. Oh my God, Charlotte. Had an infected tooth for 3 years and been putting off taking action. Right. Well, that's quite important. Are you scared? Like, are you quite scared about it? That's weird. You should say that though. I'm the same. Like, mine's has not been 3 years, but I've been the whole of the, yeah, the whole of the 2020. Like, I was on the emergency dental hospital list, and they said, oh, if we go into another lockdown, then you might be looking at near Christmas. But if we don't, you'll be seen by the summer. I've no fucking heard for the fuckers. Do you know what I mean? Luckily, it's not been sore though. But and then it's weird because another medium about a year and a half ago channeled to me. Yeah, well, they just said I was in my bed and someone was looking after me, and it wasn't my mum, guys. So I don't know. What I mean, looks like a friend's coming down to help me or something. But I'm not ready to see. Oh yeah, I just read that bit. Uh, but that tooth is not scheduled to be taken out anytime soon. So, but it was quite specific what was said to me. I was like, I don't want a root canal, as I've read up about. Oh, don't read about it. It'll say you're dying. When I couldn't fucking see because of my phone, whatever was happening, you know, ascension wise, it was telling me I had a tumor and all sorts. I was like, fucking hell, man. My mum's always like, don't read Google. It's true, though, isn't it? You should never read Google. I mean, sometimes it's going to be right, but it does always seem to be not right. And remember, I usually do that. I do it for the first 20 minutes, I'll panic and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't even fucking mine. Do you know what I mean? That is my life. I don't want a root. Wait a minute, have I just read that? I don't want a root canal, as I've read about of the energetic. Yeah, lots of teeth stuff. There's one in my front teeth, but the one next to is baby tooth. So they said they'd take that too. It's a bit difficult. Is it sore? I mean, the thing is, it shouldn't really matter. I mean, it does kind of make it more pressing, doesn't it? Because with my one, I mean, it's not infected because you know when it's but it's annoying because the food gets stuck. God, that's really attractive, isn't it? I don't think we're going to attract our twin flames anytime soon. Saying that, Charlotte, cancel, clear, delete. Just true. I don't think we're going. I'm not going to fucking worry about anytime soon anyway. But yeah, technically, it's kind of like, you know, food stuff and that. You shouldn't just assume it's all right because it doesn't look funny or smell funny. Although that's so funny. I'm like so paranoid about shit like that. But I did do that today. It was a health drink thing, and it went out of date the other day, and I just fucking drank it because I'm gonna live on the edge, and I'm gonna drink this. And maybe that's why my stomach's doing somersaults, because it's like gurgling, and I'm like, what? Oh shit. So the moral of the story there, guys, is don't do that. So see you later. Hope I helped you. Nah, it's all right, it's fine. I feel like I'm not ready to make the change. I need to get my weight down. It's affecting so many things in my life now since the lockdowns. Yeah. So I wonder if the teeth is linked to some. It will be. I think the teeth is going to be linked to something else, like emotionally. Not ready to talk in loads of groups and share my message. Been telling myself I haven't got anything to say, but of course you fucking have. You've got a lot to say. You didn't find your voice to not fucking speak, for Christ's sake. Well, that goes for all of you divine masculine men and women. Yeah, I think this is what you need to. The teeth is decisions, and it's on the stomach meridian too. So maybe that's why I'm feeling stomach stuff as well. Like when but I feel what they want. Wait a minute. I feel what they want you to do, Charlotte. It's like, because think about it, right? It's kind of like It's like I keep going to like give you a solution, but that is actually not what this energy is about. It's more important that with the things that you shared, that you, and then hopefully me sort of saying that I'd sort of thought about my stuff too. It's like tune in to right now at this. See, that's the song. Save me. Can you hear that? I'll let it play for a little bit. That dance was a bit. I don't know what I started doing there. I was like, that's what I do in the morning. I'm like, still half asleep and I'm not fucking getting up. Yeah, why are we losing time? There's a message. Sorry if this is off topic. My mum had her second surgery. They got all the cancer. Oh my god, amazing. Oh, that's so amazing. Oh shit, that's why that's going off. I may be sending you healing that are on the tier. that are on the highest tier. That was the alarm for right. See you later, guys. No, seriously, like, but when I get off of this, I'm just gonna go and get my jammies on and go to bed and I'll send your healing. Oh, could you not hear it? It's oh, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a dance song. It's Jubel, Jubel. Oh god, and whatever the hell that means. Klingle. How the fuck do you say that? It was when I was a teenager, it was like a dance song that everybody loved, like Klingat. Oh, I don't know. It's yeah. Put it in, it's great. If you like funky house, it's like one of my, you know what I mean? It would always get me up to dance and that. Anyway, it's just that it gives, I like to set my alarms to songs. But yeah, basically it's like basically what I'm, thank you for sharing that, Brianna. That's beautiful. I'm going to be sending you the healing for going through all of that, because that's worrying times, but I'm glad I'm glad that they got it all. See, actually, this energy is brilliant for operations and stuff like that, getting right down to the root of a problem and taking it out. Like, you know what I mean? That's pretty deep. Okay, but that actually, that is this energy. Deep transformational healing too. But yeah, Charlotte, that's quite a lot of stuff. So I would seriously, hello THP Games TV. How have you come across this channel? Are you a real human being? See, that's must be suspicious Scorpio rising energy. Oh god. It's like, have you ever seen the meme that's like, it's like, oh, I'll find it in my phone. And it's like Lady and the Tramp, right? And it's like, it says something like somebody saying something nice, and it's like my traumatized ass being like, what do you want from me? Do you know what I mean? But that's any Scorpio rising, like seriously. Scorpio rising, that's what I'm like. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Do you know what I mean? And they might actually be the nicest person in the world, but I need to fucking check that. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I mean by, if you're like that anyway, but then people that you trust betray you, whether it's in fucking love, friendships, family, whatever, work, make sure you get healing for that sooner rather than later, because that's going to do a number on you. You know what I mean? And twin flames go through it rapid like I've never seen in my fucking life. It's horrendous. So if you've not been betrayed, look around you and make sure you can trust those people. Just saying. Yeah, so basically sit with the thing that you pick. Sit with the, you're very welcome. Sit with these things that are coming up. Charlotte and everyone, sit with whatever is coming up and use today or tonight, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Oh, you found me in the suggestions. What did you put in? By the way, I'm not even going to tell you what was coming. Like, seriously, I'm tempted to, but I actually just can't. Okay. Like, I looked in the keywords. It was last week, and I was like, excuse me, Christ. I was like, why am I coming up in the keywords for that? I mean, I thought it was quite funny when one of the main keywords that people were finding me under was fuck. And I was like, fair enough. I can see where they're coming from when I'm staring at the challenge called Fuck It, Let's Go. But one of the, yes, I was like, wow, it's not that type of channel, and I don't know where the fucking hell they've got that from. Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, it's usually like, you know, divine feminine, divine masculine, twin flames, you know, and then it was like, yeah, and I was like, whoa, what? Huh? So we've got to keep an eye out. Do you know what I mean? Filth keywords. Yeah, it was. I have subscribed your channel for a long time. All right, okay. Where are you from? What's your name? Come on, give us all the details so that I know you're real. Especially when I was talking about robots before a long time. Where are you from? Anyway, right. So does anyone else want to share? Does anyone else need sort of help around? Because again, guys, I'm going to be on every night from 9 o'clock UK time. And I might come on at 8 o'clock like I did tonight. I just won't be doing that on Thursday because I'm looking after my niece and an army girl, so I'll definitely will be on at night that night at 9. But yeah, today just sort of pick something. Don't. All right, good. Oh, I'm glad. Don't procrastinate on it too long. You know what I mean? You seen what I done, because I didn't even know I was going to pick that too. It was just they were flooding me with it. That it's like, yeah, that like what would be really helpful, and it was something really annoyingly around just not being able to believe that I'm entering a season where it's all this good stuff is going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Because of my life to date. God, that sounds really fucking bad when you say it out loud. Shit. But I can see, but I'm counselling, I can see where I'm coming from. Like, I really can see where I'm coming from, you know? So it's like, I'm hearing those parts of me. I'm counselling myself right now. Like, I'm hearing those parts of me. And I'm hearing, you know, but the way that we do it is by starting from tomorrow, I just sit and, you know, every day write those affirmations out and affirm it, because you've got the power to turn that around. Just like what I said about, if you believe that nobody's got any money in these times and nobody's going to see any value in the service you've got to offer, because at the end of the day, that's for anybody that has got money blocks around that. What you've got to tell yourself is, you are, if you know, if it's about business stuff, like if it's service, like the stuff that I do, it's things that like, especially if it's similar to what I do, it's things that people genuinely fucking need. You know what I mean? And they need it more than a drunken night out where they spend hundreds of pounds or whatever else, but or more than they need you know, to spend that on whatever else, like, you know, some kind of material, kind of whatever, like, you know, like the next best fucking handbag that's like too much money, or the next best whatever fucking guys, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're gonna, the investment that you put in healing or like counseling or coaching, like to improve your life, you're gonna see the results of that for long beyond your life. Like for instance, the people that I attract are people that have, you know, that need to speak their voice, they need to have stronger boundaries, they need to love themselves, or they need the courage to basically say no to other people, to say yes to the things that want to come about in their life. And specifically, if we niche it right down to twin flames, you know, a lot of people, you know, miss that it's like, you know, you've got to stop looking so much at the other, not literally, but some of you will do that, but you know, you've got to stop like looking so much in the other direction of the twin flame, and you've got to turn it back around on you and be like, where am I still settling for less than what I deserve? Where am I playing it safe? That's what was in the challenge video. Where am I taking on too much? Like, where am I like, oh, you know, that person really needs me though, and it's all right if I'm going to be really tired, you know, it's, you know, they need my help, and then before you know it, oh, someone else needs your help. And yeah, I mean, obviously I'm speaking from experience with this one, that has been me, but what I'm sharing from now is I've pulled right back on all of that. And if it meant having to get rid of a few of these apps where you've got all the fucking shit open in the day and too much, like say I just found it all too overwhelming. Like, I've not had all those other things like Instagram and Facebook and that now for a year, because it was last November I came off of that. Oh, and that was actually that caught in the runes card. That's what it says. Don't let what was it? Don't let the ruins of your past ruin your future. And that's, if you look on my Facebook page, that's the fucking thing I left people with. And I was in a storm. It was a literal storm outside. But it's true. Oh, and that really fits with the message that I've been saying. Don't let the ruins of your past ruin your future. Maybe I'll just title it again here. And basically it's, you know, don't let your past trauma from this life or past lives or all of it determine your here and now and your future. Right, okay. What else do you want to tell us about that? Well, I'll look out for if anybody else has got something. Because really, I think the meat and the bones of me helping people is really going to be tomorrow. But is that, you know, pick something that you feel is a block or a limiting belief you're telling yourself. And then, like, say, other than me giving the examples of myself or whatever it is, like, I can't really, I need to have something to work with. So I feel, you know, it's if people come with stuff again tomorrow, like decide, like pick one. So you basically contemplate, sit with it, and then we'll create, oh, it's 11:11, make a wish. We'll all make a wish. I was just, someone was, I wonder if that was someone's granny. Someone was just singing "A dream is a wish your heart makes when but it wasn't that bit. It was like, it was a bit about, the dreams that you, it was something, I think it actually tied into what, wait a minute. It was like something like, something do come true. The dream in your heart. Oh, I can't. It is something like the dream in your heart does come true. Something like that. You can look yourself. We'll look after. Right. What do we need to know about all this randomness? All the randomness is just the stuff we already know. Brianna, do you know something you want to pick for a block or a limit and belief? Or oh my god, you're still on. Yay for me. Yes, Michelle. I didn't think I was gonna go anywhere. I'm too chilled. I'm too relaxed. Yeah, what I was just basically saying to Charlotte and whoever else that resonate with that is, today's a day for just sitting and contemplating and picking something you want to work on. And then tell me here now. But if you've got quite a few things, I would sit with it tonight, and then, because I'm not wanting you to take action tonight. Like, take the action tomorrow, but there's no, you know what I mean? It's just about basically don't sit on it for ages. Don't procrastinate. Like, that's the main thing. I just, like, look at what I done. Like, I like, sometimes I could just take it that, well, me doing the scary thing is doing this in public in the first place, you know what I mean? But then that I know that that's a cop out. Do you know what I mean? And I know that actually this energy that we're sitting in right now, tonight and tomorrow, is really, specifically this one tonight, is actually so powerful. This is when I would use this literally just for me, but I am sharing that energy with you tonight as well. So I was letting you in on my own process, which actually isn't kind of fucking wise, because there's a lot of folk that watch this that they fucking like me. I don't know about a lot, but there's definitely a few. I don't give a fuck, because I'm protected, and I'm like, once you kind of, I'm like, well, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Right, so money blocks. So see, there's a lot about, there is a lot about money, and Scorpio is debt. So what do you think, what do you think? Oh, actually, no, this, right, now we're really getting in it. So it's just, people might not want me to do some of that more meatier stuff in public. So if you don't, then that's fine. But we'll see if someone does. With money blocks, what specifically about, like, could you come up with, it's hard because if we were on, like, could you just sort of like close your eyes and be like, say it in your head or say it out loud, depending where you are, and just like say something. Like, for instance, Charlotte said earlier, what she said, that's for the back. And then that's what I done in the kitchen when I was making my coffee. It was just something general along the lines of what I said, is that I was like, I'm always prepared for the next bad thing to happen. And fuck me, if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, whoa, we need to fucking change that right now, like yesterday. Because, but I'm always really honest about that. I do feel people coming to get, it's either like, that's why one of my favorite sayings is expect a miracle. Because it's like, I have to work very hard. I can expect a miracle for other people, but when it comes to myself, I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna take a fucking miracle. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's usually the way with people like me that are used to be a vessel to help others. It's, miracles do happen to me too, but they definitely don't happen as, magicalness happens around me, but the miracles don't come in personally as frequently as what they fucking do for other people, because they come in for other folk every day. Oh boy, I pick fear. If lack and loss, money blocks, right? So, but what I'm saying, guys, is I want us to get more, we need to get more down to it, right? Because, so what would be a good example? Well, it's like, if we go back to Charlotte, can I use you in as stop compulsive buying? Are you doing that? I can help you with that, Michelle, because I've helped you before with stuff. So it's, and actually, when you watch specifically Lexi's interview that I'm going to release on Thursday, she mentioned a few things where, like, she was hooked on e-cigarettes, And then basically I didn't even do the session. I just prayed and they got to work. But again, it happened because she was actually doing a session with me, and then I done it. It wouldn't, well, it does work sometimes when I do it on here as well. But well, not sometimes, it happens quite a lot, but that's where but you know what I mean, right? So Charlotte's one, right? So thanks, Charlotte. So you before your limiting belief, because that was powerful. That's actually what really encouraged me to be doing this again. Like I was going to do it anyway, and I was like, yeah, I love doing that shit. But it's just it's difficult when people don't share. But like it's you had whatever you'd said something. I can't remember. I was saying something, and then you said something about when your mum says you always, what did she say? She said you always pick the worst times to talk or something like that. Like to say, like if someone's watching the TV, like whatever she meant, which obviously is it's a harmless comment. And the thing is, our mums and dads and aunties and uncles and whoever the fuck else around us, friends and all that, and it's, you know, people will do this all the time. But what's important is to go back to, right, like when was something like that said to you when you were wee that is stopping you now, which we need to, that's what I mean. That's the things that we need to get to the bottom of. And again, this is where I'm saying that's the kind of stuff that is probably, to be honest, it's probably better anyone that really wants to get to the bottom of that. I would advise you to just book a personal session, because it's it's personal shit that most people do not really want to talk about in public. It's not what actually I wouldn't really let you, you know, it's too, if someone's going too deep, I'm like, I don't think that, well, the space is protected, but do you know what I mean? It's your call. But but yeah, when it comes to money blocks and that's quite a good one. If a couple of you are saying that, like, come up with a statement like what Charlotte did, like say, be honest and write something, and then we can pick apart someone, you know, not in a bad way, can pick apart where that's coming from. But even that might go quite deep, you know, it might be someone around you that have money come in so my bills are paid with ease these next 2 months. Well, this is actually what I'm going to do with you on the Zoom. So, but yeah, so actually, like, I mean, I'm probably better doing that shit with you on the Zoom, because I know that, well, because, right, so, but you're jumping ahead, right? So what I mean is, I want the negative statement. Like, so if you've got money block, like I want to know what the, you know what I mean, before we go ahead with that one, because that's the affirmation. And it just so happens that I'm going to be doing a Zoom with Piano soon anyway to do that, but a tad, not horrible, but I want it gone. What, compulsive buying? Well, again, Michelle, I think a quick fix with that for that would be something that has worked for me. Why am I, oh my God, that was like I couldn't, that was like I was gasping. That was like that was anxiety. That was like I couldn't catch my breath. So that's one of you that I'm talking to. Or somebody watching this. Wait a minute. Yeah, what I've got on my wardrobe is it's a list of, one side it's got pain, the other side it's got, I don't know if I put gain to be cute and right, but it's got, basically the gist is it's got what is it that, what's stopping me, or what's, you know, annoying me, and then on the other side, if I stop doing that shit, what am I going to get from it? You know, so it's basically to remind, yeah, pain, gain, I suppose. What would, it's just to, or pain or pleasure. It's basically to have it in your face what you're doing, so you stop doing it. And like, I'm proud to say, like, it has worked for me. You know, it's like I'm not doing even half the stuff that is on that list, so it does work. And then when I've said that to other people, but then obviously full disclosure, the other people that I say to as well are going to be my clients, and they're also getting my help one-to-one, or they're getting therapy. So it's not just like do that and it's going to work. And even for me, like I do, like I say, I do my own healing on myself, but it doesn't work for everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go to Pammy, I get the massage, and she also is an energy healer. And but actually money stuff is, you know, not for everyone. It's not like a wave of magic. Well, it does seem to be me. I can manifest money for people really quickly, but with me, they don't. It's like they just, yeah, I can't really explain it anyway. It's yeah, Charlotte, I don't know if you maybe want to keep, like, I don't know actually. Like, again, I don't want to decide that for you. So you sit and, but see, just reading that again, I always want to talk at the wrong time. Do you feel you've made, because if you never actually done anything about that when that came up the other week, maybe you need to pick that one. Because if you're saying that, yeah. I mean, yeah, you decide, but you do need, if you don't pick that one for the challenge, you definitely do need to do that. You need to work around that because that came up for a reason the other week. And I'm just thinking that is so, look at how fucking linked that is with what you said about talking in groups. Like, no, you're no wonder you're feeling like you got a lot to say. You're not saying it when you're carrying around that. You know what I mean? So although you brought it to the light of awareness, it's not, that's what I mean about, like, that was powerful to get that, but then what are you going to do with that now? And then that's when a lot of people, if it works to journal out, might work for some people, or people would need to go, like for me, when big stuff like that comes up, I need to go and, yeah, some of it I could work on myself, or some of it I would need to go and get healing for, or hypnotherapy, or, you know, right, wait a minute, I'm jumping in about all different people's stuff here. It's the wrong time for the other party, just not a frequency match. An impulse buy to distract from pursuing a means of abundance and income other than the matrix. I impulse buy to be distracted from pursuing abundance. Yeah, so fear. It's, well, it's also like when people impulse buy, it's because you get a bit of a, you know, you get the endorphins and the, you know, you get a bit of a hit. So, but it's when it becomes a bit of an addiction, which that, you see, that could be your karmic issue at present, Michelle, is if you're doing that. And that's why it's helpful to just kind of bring it to the light of day, like what I done with mine as well, or bring it out in the dark and the Scorpio energy. Because once you sort of admit it in front of other people in sacred circle, in front of other nosy fuckers that might be watching this like 2 hours deep as well, but we'll be helping them, so it's fine. You know, like I think you, yeah, they keep showing me, I think you would benefit from doing what I've done and writing the things that you're doing that aren't helpful, and then how it's going to benefit your life when you stop doing that, and then see how you get on with that. But if that's a real issue, again, it might be like what I'm saying, like that might be something you want to bring to me, and we can do similar to what we've done with other things that helped you. You know what I mean? Because there's clearly, like, some of you and people in the vet, like some of you have just got, well, I think everyone has it to a certain extent, but like with me, I think, you know, some people have got more of an addictive personality than others. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, well, I think we established the rate, like, again, like, you know, I wouldn't say I'm addicted to my work. I just love my work. Well, yeah, maybe, like, I just love my work, and it really, I find it really fulfilling, and I find it fun, but I need to always watch the balance there as I'm looking at the time. But I know that I have created healthy boundaries around it, and I know that when different sorts of when different sorts of things happen in my life, believe me, I'll not be fucking sitting on here for hours on end. Do you know what I mean? I still will, actually. I still will, but just not as just not as much. But there'll be more boundaries around it, basically. But yeah, I would say for me, it's like, you know, things like, it's just, well, it's like, I've got a bit of a rebellious spirit that likes to stay up late, and then so sometimes, you know, if I do that, I know when I started doing that, like I would say some of the behavior that I've displayed to myself in the past sort of week, I'm like, oh no, this needs to stop. And that's what I mean. I can't get away with it for very long because I'm like, I don't like this. Like so for instance, if I start putting on a wee bit too much weight and I start to get uncomfortable, I have to pull it back because otherwise, and that is what I did do, and that's what I'm working on again now. So I'm very disciplined in that way, but I did let it go a bit too far for my liking. But anyway, pulled it back. And that's what I'm able to do for others as well. I've helped loads of people with that. And then, which is actually what this challenge is about as well, you know. I think I will, when I run it again, if I run it kind of more in the new year, I probably will do it around things to do with weight loss and stuff, because it comes up quite a lot with loads of people. But you know, and it's quite a good time to do it, because I kind of was maybe going to do it. I thought this is not a good time for anyway, whatever. But maybe I should, anyway, whatever. See, that's me going like, maybe I should have done it about that. It's coming up. But this does lead into it because it's about discipline. And when you can get disciplined, that feeds into everything else, because it's about your mindset and your paradigm. And that's basically what I'm helping you do this week, whether you realize that or not, is jump a paradigm. You know, like you need to get in there at the nitty gritty. Oh my god, I'm getting so psychologist, psychic detective. You need to get in there the some subconscious beliefs, and in order to sort and change your subconscious beliefs to know what the affirmations are going to be, which is why I said that to Brianna, you have to know what the limiting belief is, or the block, or the running script that you've got in your head, which is usually very quite private. You might not have ever said it out loud to yourself or anyone, which is why I'm saying it's not completely unlikely someone's going to do it in here, because I do attract people that are quite open like me. But the real deep stuff, it's going to come out when people are on a Zoom with me. And again, it depends how much it's limiting you from moving forward. And that's why I was pointing that out to people, is that there's only so much we can do ourselves. If something really is stopping you from achieving your dreams and your goals, then you have to get to the bottom of that. And for me, it always is past life regression or hypnotherapy, or talking for long enough in a quantum space that you know the answer pops out, like how I do it. So if you're in a space where you do that, then fucking great. But you know what I mean? It's to get, you need to get, or pick Scorpio Moon to do it. You need to get right down to the fucking nitty gritty with somebody that can do that, like me, or there's other people that do it too. It's because it's real complex stuff. And then fucking wallop in everybody's trauma and all that as well. It's a right fucking minefield. Do you know what I mean? Oh shit. Why did we come to this planet? Anyway. Yes, but that is where see what you just said, Brianna, but I'm too positive to let it get to me. I love that about you, but I can also see a lot of myself in you when you say shit like that, because that's kind of, you know, that is like me too. But again, this is where I'll do shit with you one to one, and me and you're very good with stuff like that, because what I said wasn't good about me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not healthy to be like, what's going to go wrong now? Or what's going to be next, or everything seems really peaceful and calm, there's going to be a storm. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like that kind of, we become too robust at dealing with hardship all the time, basically, and it's not a nice way to live. When it comes to buying, put the item in the basket and leave for 24 hours, and the urge to buy. Yes, that is very clever, Sophia. That is true. She told me that once, and I do that. Or the best thing is, don't even have all these fucking apps on your phone, the shopping apps. Oh God, I was quite naive until like a friend of mine in the past actually mentioned, you know, I didn't realize there was an app for every fucking shop under the sun. So if I do happen to sort of need something, or even if I want to, you know, treat myself, it's like, I'll get it and then I'll fucking delete that shit again, or you will just sort of, but again, it's not like, I mean, I got a new coat recently, actually, I got two new coats to see which one I liked, and I tried it on, and my mum is referring to it as the furry dressing gown coat. So that's going back. And again, I wouldn't just say it because my mum said that. I didn't actually. It looked way better on the model than it looked on me. I was like, shit, I look like a Care Bear. I was like, and it just wasn't wet. It wasn't good for the weather and all that. It just wasn't. Yeah, Sophia, the one I showed you, that needs to go back. It was a nice colour, but I was like, fuck, that needs to go back. Stick with grey. The grey one looks nice. Ask yourself if you want the purchase or the money. Yes. Or like what I said as well, like depending on what you bought, like you look at the value, it's like I have to remind myself that too. It's kind of, or that's why I give the example all the time of what helped me is when I owed money out to people, it was like, or bills and that was kind of weighing me down, because I don't tend to, it's really hard to describe, but I don't let that stuff bother me as much as it bothers other people. But that can be a bad thing, because you do have to face, and this is great because the Scorpio energy is debt. And now I've got a kind of like, I do actually enjoy, like I spent all fucking day doing that the other week there, sorting out all the different debts. And so now I enjoy that I've sorted that all out, and that I know that any money that comes in, right, that is my money if I do want to spend it on impulse buys like what you're talking about. And until I sort that out, I can't. And I never used to think like that. That's taken me a long fucking time to get like that. Some people just don't think like that, you know what I mean? But what would be good is what I'm saying is, like, the example that I'm giving of is look this week at the people that are going to share of how doing the work with me. Now, two of them did do the therapy, which is obviously a bigger investment, and Lexi done a package of 4, right? But equally, they've done one session and it's changed their life. Like everybody speaking on here has actually done a shamanic journey and a soul retrieval with me at some point, and they've all been massive ones, right? So basically that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always going to be stuff coming up. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it worked before, go and get the help again, from the person that you trust, whether that's me or someone else in the field. But what I'm saying is, what people tend to do is they want to they don't want to do it. They don't want to go and get the help, whether it be from me or anyone else. They want to try and do it themselves, and they stay stuck. Do you know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes it is to do with money, and I know that because I know that's for me as well. But sometimes it really isn't, like there's loads of people in my radar that I know it isn't to do with money, and it's actually pride and ego. So, it's, you got to, these are the real moments of honesty with ourselves. And I know there'll be loads of people of all genders getting what I'm saying. It's a little bit like when somebody needs to face a trauma or they need to get counselling. But I don't want to be sexist yet, but yeah, it's like a lot of men won't go and do that, but they really need to. But a lot of fucking women do too. Like you say, everybody that I meet that hasn't had counselling, you need it, basically. there's the Mercury and Sag jumping in. But it's true, because nobody has very good boundaries that I ever meet. And the people that do have good boundaries around me, I probably fucking taught them it. You're going to see them speak this week. That's fucking priceless. But it's true. And I also was around a lot of counsellors, right, that they didn't have, I taught them self-love, and they didn't have very good boundaries then, and I don't see any of them now. Hopefully they do now. You know what I'm saying? So that is actually kind of unique to my Saturn and Scorpio, my Mars and Scorpio thing, the boundaries thing, the badass boundaries. Should have called that challenge this. I could hashtag badass boundaries. I can't hashtag fuck it, let's go, and I'll get flagged. I did when I done it this morning, and then I was like, oh, I don't think I can put the word fuck in a hashtag. I need to remember to ask myself if I absolutely need it and I absolutely love it. Yeah, that's really simple, but it's a life-changing thing. It's like, that's what I've done with that coat. Loved it when I saw it on the girl, and I thought, right, Claire, come on, live a little. It's a nice colour. Everybody says you see that colour. It doesn't matter that it's not practical, because I said that to one of you on here as well. Like, sometimes you need to fucking get the nice coat to look good, right? Even if you're like, well, how fucking often am I going to wear that? It doesn't matter, right? You want to wear it some minute, like, treat your, you know what I mean? Just not all the fucking time. Because some folk, that is just like every fucking weekend you're going to buy a new coat or a new pair of trainers or a new bag because you're unhappy with your life. Sort your shit out. Go and see a counsellor. Go and get healing. And you're not going to need all of these pairs of shoes, all these bags, all these coats. you know, it's like people that need constant, God, sorry, I'm going really deep, but it's true. It's like, I said this the other week, people that have got about 10 folk in their inboxes on whatever, all these different social media apps, it's because your ego needs, whether you're a man or a woman, your ego needs boosted. But it's like it's a high. Do you know what I mean? But then you go in a total low, because these people don't truly care about you. Do you know what I mean? If it's girls for a guy, it could be all different reasons. Someone, you know, if Christ, if we're talking about fucking demons in disguise or what, and if fucking, oh God, that's going down another different route. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they want your energy. They want to zap your fucking energy, and usually your sexual energy. I've spoke about that loads before. Or they want your money, or you know what I mean, or things like that. If it's a woman and it's a man, you know, some of them just want your pants. Let's be fucking honest. And then they want to move on to the next. Some of them are going to be genuine guys that are going to fucking give you the world, and you're going to think they're one of the ones that wants in your pants. You need to sort your trauma out. You know what I mean? Or if you're one of the fucking guys that's fucking doing that to people, you need to sort your trauma out. You get what I'm saying? Everybody needs this shit. So if you could actually just share this with folk, then but they still won't listen. With clothes, they will still be around next year, and the item you will continue to be more and more. It never ends. Yep. Slept through a bit, going to sign off it. Love you. You're very welcome. Yes, I will make a list. Thank you. I'm aware of it before it becomes a problem, and just need to take action to solidify it. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Sharing is caring. It is called Share with Claire and the Soulfem. Delete shopping apps and unsubscribe. Yep, that's what I was saying. Unsubscribe from mailing list so the temptation is not there. Work with cash. Do you know the value of the money? Spending on a card seems less money to value. Yep, that's so true. That's Taurus Moon has spoken. Sophia's good with that. Looking up my numerology challenges for this lifetime last night includes addictions, overdoing it with alcohol, food. After uni, rarely drink, stopped smoking 9 years ago now. Now the time is, yeah. And again, you know, amazing about the smoking, like that's amazing. But yeah, food's a big one. Like I say, I'm really good. I do feel I'm going to, I wrote a challenge for that about 2 or 3 years ago. So I am going to do that, but I'll plan on doing it probably after Christmas. But I do that with people 1-to-1. That's a package of 4. But the people I have done it with lost quite a bit of weight. So the good news is I have 1 credit card and it has 0 back. Well done. That's amazing. See, these are the things. See what Michelle said. The thing with the, like, there's someone else in here actually that, or there was earlier, that, yeah, I've helped people wipe like thousands, tens of thousands and thousands of debt. Like, that's what I mean, but it's mental. Like, I really am very good at helping people with money stuff. But it's just probably my money doesn't come in because I end up, well, not now, but I would feel sorry for someone, help them for free. Then you've got the folk that fucking bump me. Doesn't happen now because I'm not a fucking mug. But again, I wasn't being a mug. It was out the kindness of my heart, and you know what I mean? And just, yeah. But again, it's a funny old one. I'm always open for people to apologise and right their wrongs there, but some people won't. You know, some will and some won't. People do things like that for all different reasons. If someone's fucked them over, they fuck you over, and they don't really realise. Actually, I'm talking about money, but that goes to emotions too, actually. I just realised. I actually help people that are dealing with financial abuse all the time, by the way. Like, and a lot of people that are being financially abused, they actually don't see it themselves, and I can see it right away. People only need to tell me. I can't even tell the amount of people I've helped where that's been happening over the years. I could write a book on it. Probably will one day, but I wouldn't, because unless I got people's permission. It's scary, really fucking scary. I don't the same, ordered the white coat and didn't like. Well, at least the point is we done it. You got the white coat. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest. See, when you showed me that, I kind of felt you weren't going to like it. But what was I am a good counsellor and I'm a good friend, right? Because I felt you weren't going to like it. But what was important that you were moving outside your comfort zone? Because as I say all the time, a lot of the people around me really do remind me of what the divine masculine collectives, and I can only speculate that my actual divine masculine does shit like this too. Do you mean? Whereas it's like overthinking something too much or holding back or whatever. And some people won't do that in other areas and they will in others. But I just knew with you're look how good you are with money and being so cautious. And it felt a little, oh fuck it, get the coat. Do you know what I mean? What's the worst that's going to happen? Well, you know, you didn't like it, but you've bought the black one and you love it. There you go. Boom. Fuck it. You know what I mean? You push yourself out your comfort zone. So it's a bit annoying. I need to fucking send this big blue furry thing back, but we done it. We moved outside our comfort zone. So whoever our divine mirrors are, hopefully they were like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking live on the edge. I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? It's not that wild, but you get what I'm saying. It's moving outside the comfort zone, because you know I would be like, oh, I don't need that, or I don't need this, I've got this, I've got that, and I'm only ever fucking down the beach with my wellies and I like my coat for that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, nah, fuck that. And it's like, actually, and then it's like last year I got a lovely green one, like that forest green color, and I've saw myself wearing that coat like in the winter, and then I did get a coat like that, and it wasn't cheap. It wasn't expensive either. And then I paid like, you know, a tenner postage or something. It came and it was the fucking shittiest, cheapest material. And what's the lesson there? You get what you fucking pay for, right? Just go for it. So that's when I got that other coat. I spent a bit more on it and it is lovely and it feels good quality. Again, you get what you pay for. It's why I say all the time, I put things on sale, people never buy it. I put it at the price that I'm actually worth it. I'm like, oh God, people aren't going to afford it. They buy it. You know what I mean? And sometimes people don't buy in at all, and that's they're like, nah, we just want you to rest. Just fucking, we've got you. You know, it's good. We'll just send a whole load of folk like once. That's just my weird connection with them. But I'm on a roll here with the money shit. And see what? But it's because Scorpio's debt. That's why this stuff's coming up. But, you know, so it's different for different people. If people are like splurging and they're overspending, you need to fucking rein it in. Then you need to be listening to sort of different bits of wisdom. You're definitely the stuff that Sophia said. If you're a bit like Sophia and you're actually very sensible with all that shit, and you know, and you're giving it the kind of, oh, but that's not very practical, what if it rains? You're needing to fucking live a little bit. And even if it does go wrong, you know, at least you've done it. And then what's the worst? You know what I mean? Live a little. We balance each other out, you know, meet in the middle a little bit. But yeah, the point of me saying that about the green coat. So I really love that thing that's shitty material. And like, to be honest with you, for the amount I'm going to wear that, I could totally get away with it. But practically, because I've got Mercury and Taurus, it's too thin. I'd be freezing. So I'd look good, but I'd be freezing. So I was fucking cheesing. I was like, manifested that shit. It was quite hard to find it, but Spirit guided to me to the exact coat that I want. And I was like, yes, yeah, fucker. Went, not my size. But it's fine. I'll go back again and I bet you it'll be in my size. And I will get myself that, because I saw myself going out with this coat on. I saw it. And I just saw stuff. Do you know, when I was wearing this coat? And I was like, oh. But I've got the grey one as backup. Do you know what I mean? And then, but my sensible side would be like, come on, fuck, you don't need a fucking grey one and a green one. And it's like, well, maybe I do. Because maybe I was just like, you know, like I was forever the person that people were dumping their fucking, you know, hand-me-downs on and that. Do you know what I mean? And I was actually half the time taking it. And don't get me wrong, I was very grateful when people did do that for it. But sometimes I was like, you know, it's like when people collect clutter, I'm like, I don't want all this shit. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes it wasn't, but sometimes it's like you're just left with a whole load of folks' crap, whether it's clothes or clutter, and you're like, you know what I mean? And just, yeah. So, you know, so for me, it was just about sorting out all my, you know, sorting out when I needed to sort out and stop, you know, getting the tarot decks. And then, you know, then that'll amount to getting something, you know what I mean? So that's what I was like there. But other people need to rein it in where you're actually going out and buying like clothes and shoes and all that. But if you're deeply unhappy with your life, it's probably better you spend that on a therapist or a healer or a wee mix of all of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, But anyway, thanks for sharing that, Sophia, because that was actually very helpful. And I'm proud of you and I'm proud of me. But, yeah. The point is, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter when it doesn't go the way you want. It's kind of like, it's kind of like anything in life. You don't always know how it's going to work out. That's why I called this "Fuck It, Let's Go" and see what happens. You know what I mean? Messy act. Me and Sophia took messy action, and it didn't go to plan. But then it did go to plan. Do you know what I mean? It depends which way you look at it. Right. So, oh my God, I just paid everyone back. I owed money thanks to you, Claire. Thank you. Oh, amazing. Oh my God, I love it. See, that's a brilliant testimonial. Michelle, actually, fuck, I shouldn't have got you to speak this. Like, I do want to, the next time I do this, I'd quite like to, or maybe I could squeeze a wee video with you, but being in denial of needing help. What are you talking about, Sophia? I can't use the word therapist anymore because someone had it denied by Facebook as a part of a group name because of the way it could be. What? Give me the creeps and just can't. What the fuck? Oh my God, man. That's why I fucking honestly see some of these women's groups I was in. Oh, don't get me started because I really will fucking put my foot in it and say the wrong thing. All I'm going to say is in 2020, when folk were posting shit and these, I was like, fucking peace out, see you later, motherfuckers. I didn't say that. I just left. I never fucking spoken these things anyway. I could have even let me fucking tell you actually, I'll tell you how you can make money. here's a tip for free. If anybody watching this is in any of these big business groups, a lot of them have got a shitload of money. So if you have got a skill, go and get yourself in those groups and just don't be one of the dicks that's like, oh, could somebody help me with the font on my website? I just didn't quite know whether I wanted the pink or the blue. Stop fucking lying, hen, right? You just want to bring traffic to your website, so you're being a shady fucker and you're taking the piss out of the women's group when she's asked people not to do that. Except the woman's too nice and she doesn't say that, so she'll pay somebody else to say, could people please stop doing, you know what I mean? I couldn't be bothered with it because that's not happening. Do you know what I mean? That's the shit I don't like. When it's genuine, it's different. But when people were doing shit like that's, and I'm going in because it's a Scorpio energy, I could just see it. I'm like, this is just like so fake. But anyway, the point is a lot of groups like that, people have got money. And if you've got, like, the thing is, it's not, what was it someone said to me once? You've got to look at it like it's not selling. You've genuinely got something that people need. And as long as you can get across to them that the pain point that they've got and you've got the solution to it, whether it's a thing, this is like I'm on fucking, what do you call it, Dragon's Den or something right now, whether it's an actual thing or a service, your problem is just proving that you're good at what you do. And that's why I say, like, I share my reviews all the time, and although it gets fucking tedious to be like, oh God, and some of these are old, some of them are more recent, and some of them I can't be arsed, I'll just copy and paste it, whatever, I get a bit complacent with that shit. But it's much better for me. That's why now I've got people sharing on video, because it's actual real life people that you can see, and I'm not making it up, and they're sharing, and you know what I mean? And it's at the end of the day, it's the people that genuinely need the same kind of help that they're recognizing these people are saying they're going to buy it. They might not buy it this time, but they'll buy it at some point, as long as they know, like, and trust me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the risk that I take. But I know that by helping a lot of people, the good comes back to me. You just got to let go when it comes back. And oh my God, I can see how this fits in with the twin flame journey as well. It's very Bob Proctor stuff, this. It's kind, because again, I thought about this before, but I think, well, a lot of the shit that he says, it's like, he must have had a Sag moon like me, because it is like, there was something I wrote down years ago, and it's like, decide what it is you want, decide what you're going to give up to get it, and just show up. And if you think about it, I'm not being fucking funny, guys, but let's fucking pick us something, the obvious out here. I've clearly decided I want that one, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that one, but not like kind of like in a controlling kind of like, I'm going to run after him until he wants to be. No, it's kind of like, right, okay, I need to just go and do my own thing. And this is even before the twin flames. It's like, I need to go and do my own thing. I need to accept that is that. And that does actually, in this case, it does mean accepting that the other person doesn't want the same as you. Doesn't matter if On some level they do. You just are nuts. Like, even if you're right, just fucking accept it, right? And then go away and leave them alone. And then see where you're where you're guided to go. And like, and all I know is the next thing I know, I'm on fucking YouTube talking about it for a year. Do you know what I mean? And we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it was worth it. But it was worth it, because look at all the people I'm helping. And I'm still laughing. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I'm screwed if he's not coming back, guys, because I've been talking about some bloke on the fucking YouTube for a year. So it's like, but like I've said before, this is actually hilarious what I'm saying. Unfortunately, there are still people out there that would be like, they'd overlook that. And I feel sorry for those people. And I actually want to be those people's counsellor, because I'm like, you shouldn't want to be with somebody that's been talking about how madly in love they are for someone on the internet. Just, you know what I mean? It's just like karmic people. Like, I can't understand why, you know what I mean? But then it's like, oh, they probably don't believe the twin flame, but oh, fucking I, they do. They do. That's denial. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh dear, we're going in with the Scorpio truth. Right. I don't get what you eat, Charlotte. That sounds so fucking PC. I did actually like it, but I look like a bit. Oh my god, this is, yeah. My mum, right? I need like, this carpet is cream and it's fucking manky, and like, and it's like, so I'm gonna get like a blue rug that kind of like is, that just sort of, yeah, prevents it from getting, I'll get it cleaned and then I'll get it anyway. But the point is, my mum was like, that rug looks like your coat. Do you know what I mean? And my mum's not even like that. I was like, fucking Rhoda, you can fucking, do you know what I mean? Pipe down, do you know what I mean? I'm sending it back. Stop saying it looks like my coat. It's not my coat, it's going back. Because I was standing in the hall and my wee 2-year-old niece was sitting at the table with my mum, and I went, oh, actually, you're here now, I'll show you this coat. And I put it on, and I was in my jammies and that, right? You do kind of need to be dressed up, whatever. You need to have your stuff on. But I could tell, because right in, my mum was like, you know what I mean? And my mum's really polite and she's really quite quiet and she's quite conservative, I would say, you know what I mean? But she was like, fuck me, do you know what I mean? She doesn't swear, but she was, my dad would have just said, no, do you know what I mean? No, get that off, do you know what I mean? And it's very helpful, I sometimes think, see, when I moved out, mum and dad, I think, God, my dad would have told me whether I look good or not, do you know what I mean? But she waited until I decided I didn't like it. Then she was like, yeah, it looked like a, I can't remember what she said, but it was something similar to what you said. But that's what's in right now. You know what I mean? Those fluffy coats. It's like, anyway. But it doesn't mean, you know what I mean? If it doesn't suit you, it doesn't suit you. Like, that's what I mean. I'm not one of those people that'll just wear what everyone else is wearing. If it doesn't fucking suit you, it doesn't suit you. Who cares if everyone's wearing it? Like, they walk around like a dick. Oh, everybody else is doing it, so I'll do it. Oh, I can think of something else that happened like that in the world. Oh dear, sorry, that's true. Woo! Looks like a bear. Bad news is it went in the Black Friday sale today. Oh shit, man. Oh dear. If bills are paid, we should not worry about buying clothes. Buying clothes is therapy for some, but long term it will cause anxiety. Yes, of course it will, because you'll end up with a big massive pile of clothes with tags on and shoes that you've never fucking worn and bags that were far too expensive, sitting on the floor crying in the middle of it. And you, sorry, I'm tempted. It's not even funny, but because I was about to say, and then to boot, you've not got any fucking money in the bank to go on a night out to drown your sorrows because you spent it on all the stuff that's surrounded by. Do you know what I mean? None of it makes any fucking sense. So, good night, sleep well. Yeah, I'm going to go off soon as well because it's, oh my god, it's 5 to midnight, like the card said. But no, that was fun, guys. So, like I said, just think about picking one thing and come with it tomorrow, right? Come with the limiting belief. So it's got to be something, I can't think of another word other than bad, but something that is a limiting belief, a block, right? And pick one thing yourself and then bring it here, and then we'll reframe it and you can come up with an action. You may be able to come up with action yourself, or we can come up on here. Right, what do we need to know for people that are still here? But that was actually, see, this is what I love about this. It always turns into something different. And even when you're talking about different things. It can make sense. Like we were talking about money, and then it actually made sense for love. And I should have channeled loads of stuff about money and love and all of that. Right. What do we need to know off the back of that? And why did I just sit here for 4 hours? That's why. A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. That's why. It's raising the frequency. Now I sound like Infinite Waters. No, wait a minute. Diving deep. I can't. I don't even watch his videos anymore. But it's like raising the frequency. It is that, isn't it? Yeah. That I tuned into his stuff when I first awakened absolute years ago, and he's got like 2 million now or something. But yeah, anyway, the point is it is happening. Keep holding the vision. But it's like what I said somewhere about hours ago. It's you've got to consciously choose to detach from the old earth every day and attach to the new earth. And that's basically all the stuff that's just come up in the last hour there. Is the old earth is material shit. It's like even people that have got money like and want more of it, and it's kind of greedy and want all this stuff. Like, yeah, you're allowed to have luxuries too, but like, do you really need them if you've got about fucking 10 bags you're not using anyway, or you know what I mean? Do you really need any more? Or like for the people that it's like it's actually not about it's about a status, like it's because it's got like a label attached to it, and it's like, oh, I need to have this bag to be like a valuable human being, and it's like, how sad is that? Do you know what I mean? That it's like you attach your self-worth to like a bag. Like, do you mean? And it's like I'm quite like easy about that. Is that like no, you know what I mean? It's like if people like designer stuff, you know, that's your prerogative. But what I'm saying is you that would be privately people that are tuning this. You've really got to tune in. Like, do you feel like you're not really like? Do you not love yourself? You know, do you not feel like you're good enough if you didn't have that fancy designer handbag or change it for a guy, you know, whatever it is, it's then there's a problem. You know what I mean? Because some of the most people that are like accept themselves and they're the most secure. Like I can think actually like so I can think of lots of people. I can think of people that have got plenty of money, but they've had decent counselling and they're secure within themselves that they'd be just as happy prancing about and looking fucking shit hot and Primark stuff. And yeah, they might have like a designer handbag or something or a designer coat, but it would only be if they really like the look of it and you know, they don't need it to make them feel good about themselves. It's just they actually like it. And then that's, I would say, quite balanced and healthy. And then you've got people that maybe don't even have a lot of money, but they can put together lots of good stuff from like, you know what I mean? It's like it's all different. It's kind of like me, like I've got a coat that's like a designer thing, but I think I like it. It was more because it was simple. Like with something I like quite simple. Like I like quite simple jewelry, and I like quite simple. Some clothes I like are simple, and some aren't. Anyway, I can't really explain it, but you know what I'm saying. It's like I'm not opposed to having something that's like a label or that, but I would have to actually like look of it. Like somebody, I used to say this to my friends all the time that like this stuff, and they, you know, what I mean, they didn't like it, but they appreciated that it was my opinion. It's true. It's like, you know, do you actually even like that, or are you just getting it because like fucking 40 of your pals have got it, and you feel like you need to have the next best thing? That's when you need to like assess your life, because like sometimes I would be in environments where it's like the 4 people I'm with all have the same bag and like 4 different colours. And it's kind of like it just that's when it feels like Stepford Wives. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like keeping up with the Joneses. And I hate all that shit. Do you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, yeah, it's but some people do roll in worlds like that, you know. I don't think it's people that are watching this, and if it is people that are watching this, it's people that are snooping. And hopefully that's what I mean by maybe I'm even giving people food for thought. Like, because a lot of what I'm talking about kind of leads to deep fulfillment, because if somebody's just constantly buying a whole load of stuff, you know what I mean? It should be better saving your money and like spending it on something that you're going to be able to it's going to show within you, like, you know what I mean? You're how you feel about yourself, loving and accepting yourself. Like, oh my God, I mean, I need to go now because I'm going full shamanic mode. This is definitely like Hopi prophecy kind of. It's feeling very white. If my shamanic cards are, it's very white buffalo calf woman, and that is very much my energy. Do you know what I mean? It is very much like, it's just like all the greed and materialism. It's yeah. It's just what I said earlier. It doesn't matter if you're surrounded by a whole load of stuff. It's definitely if you're someone that, and I've been that person who would buy stuff and I'd have tags on it, and my thing would, when I was younger, I'd be like, that dress is too good to wear on this night out. Like, and I'd calculate, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't think this is the night to wear that. And then the next time I went out, this isn't the night to wear that either. And then before you know it, like, you know, like years had went past, and I'd be like, well, I'm too fucking old to wear that now. Do you know what I mean? Live a little. And that's what I meant by the quote, that like, I've learned in that way. So if I can pass on the wisdom of the younger folk that are watching. Priest says, how are you being called to step up and lead? Well, apparently it's by sharing my mistakes on the internet. No, but anyway, how are you being called to step up and lead in the new earth? Well, apparently mine's is teaching about money, which is fucking hilarious when I've got a fucking rocky ride of that myself. But yeah, that's how I'm called to step up and lead. You know what I mean? By sharing that actually, my money relationship might be quite interesting, but the way I can flip people's mindset with it, and actually just the fact that I'm a magical shaman, and you know, we can do a journey, and I can help you manifest the money that you need for. So I mean, that there you go. Right, okay, let's go now because I'm tired. Been on here for ages. But yeah, bring it. Oh, look at this, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. That's literally what we've just been doing. That's bringing the subconscious beliefs, unless you bring up the gunk that is lurking about in the murky waters, your money beliefs, your values belief, your self-worth beliefs, you know what I mean? You can't do anything about it. Deep cellular healing, which is everything that I do when I'm on here, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Holy shit, that is totally this energy as well. You're not alone. That is totally this energy as well. Isolation, physical connection, community. Again, just because there's people who don't talk on here, don't forget the fact that we've probably just entertained folk for quite a while that were feeling pretty shit, you know what I mean? So I can go to bed knowing I'm a good human, and you can too if you stayed the duration. Right, anyway, I'm going to go. It feels like there's one more. Right, let's do this one. Oh my God, I forgot that was one of the ones I pulled before I came on too. Gratitude is the life force of peace. What are you thankful for? I'm thankful for food in the fridge, and I've sorted my fucking bills out. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thankful for I'm thankful for my health. I did write, and that was the first affirmation I wrote today, actually. I'm really, really thankful that I've got my health at this time, because I'm usually physically ill. So every time at this time of year. So what are you grateful for? Right. And please, please, please take part in this. So come tomorrow, pick something. If you can't pick an action to go with it, come and share, and then I'll do my best to help you. Moved by the goddess, here for this so-called gather where we just gathered. You have the right to your joy, peace, and sweetness of life. Yeah. And I think that's just tying into what we were just saying. You have the right to your joy, you have the right to your peace, you have the right to your sweetness of life. If that includes treating yourself now and again, do it. Some people need to do it because you're too cautious. You're holding on to your pentacles and you're watching this, you're watching that. You're just too cautious. You need to fucking go to the edge. You need to take a leap of faith, whether it's with a fucking coat or the love of your life or starting that new business, whatever, fucking all of it. Some of you need to fucking rein it in, and that'll probably be my fellow ADHDers out there, the fucking inattentive and the hyperactive, whatever label they want to give you. You know what I mean? I've got it too, guys. It's fine. I'm also a shaman. But what I'm saying is, you'll know whether you need to take more of a risk or rein it in. And that's where I can help you with that more one-to-one, wherever you've identified. And for those of you that haven't identified why you're doing the self-sabotaging behavior, that's where, you would need to book a session so that we can do a past life regression, or we can do hypnotherapy, and we can actually ask what is the block. And that's what I'm saying, is this stuff's great, but it's never going to be one-to-one. Right, one more card. I'm going to go, what do we need to know? And I'm going to have some toast and tea, and I'm going to sleep till lunchtime or later, depending on when I go to sleep. And then I'm going to join you again tomorrow at 9 o'clock UK time. Right, so. Oh no, I'm not going to sleep because I want to walk tomorrow now. I'm not going to do that. Right, so. Oh my God. It seems there's been another reason we've been here. Wow. Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. There's meaning behind everything, guys. I've been talking about twin flame unions at some point. I've been talking about fated meetings because they're making me talk about that. And I've also been talking about the moments I thought that was fucking happening to me. Do you know what I mean? God, I'm being fucking taken up. I am the chosen. It's like in the it's like, is it Shrek or is it, no, it's Toy Story, when the little green alien's like, I am the chosen one. I can't remember what he says. It's like, I am the chosen one. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like the claws like lift. That's what I felt like in that moment. So if anyone else has been feeling like that out there, it's all right, right? I get all this weird shit, but I was finding that pretty fucking weird and scary as well. So if you're not, just disregard it. Don't judge. It might happen to you. Probably will happen to you if you're tuning in this long. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but just warning people that if any of that shit's going on, you know what I mean? I'm kind of hoping that because things are going on in my eyes, like I'm really blind. I was kind of hoping that it was like giving me better eyesight, because I've heard people have had fucking miracles like that. Do you know what I mean? So be quite good not to be putting the contacts on. Anyway, rapture. Yeah. So rapture is happening at this time for some people as well. Right, it's bedtime. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out this long, because that was a long one. That was 4 hours. But again, whenever something is 4 hours, like, wait a minute. No, it's not 4 hours. It's 3.5, isn't it? No, it says 3 hours. It's not 4 hours. I was going to come on at 8 and then I didn't come on till 8:30. Was it 8:30 I came on? Anyway, nobody's fucking chatting and probably falling asleep or I'm away. Oh, do you know what, actually? Thanks. 22nd. Brilliant. Now I know that. See, subconsciously, I wanted to stay here till the date changed. That's what it was. Thanks, guys. See you. And the other reasons, but that'll be it too. Right. Sagittarius. Wait a minute, actually. Maybe I spoke that long. It's Sagittarius season. Is it? Can we refresh? No, not quite yet. Not quite yet, but tomorrow it will be at some point. Right, guys, see you later. And the same deal, if people want a message, then you can use the donate link and I'll probably come on 8-ish or 8:30 again. I'll do whoever's donated and that'll probably take fucking hours like it took today, but then it spills over into the people that need to hear it. And then we'll work on those limiting beliefs. But I cannot do the picking for you. That's where I trust you to, you know what I mean, pick what is bothering you the most. It doesn't matter how small a problem you feel that is. If it's I'm just like, it says your post has 6 likes and 4 comments. I'll need to go and check out what that is, unless it's from ages ago. Yeah, if it's a big deal to you, it's a big deal. That's the point. So don't judge anybody else's stuff with yours. If it's a big deal to you, it's a big deal. Right, I'm going to leave you that. Right, love yous. This is the bit where I'm like, how the fuck do I end this? Here it is. Pray for me that I get a good sleep and that I can walk tomorrow and then tire myself out and then tire myself out with this as well. Actually, this is just ridiculous, man. Why do I come up against this every fucking time? This is getting on my tits now. Where's the Zoom? Yeah, I'm getting... Where is it? Oh, what have I done? Oh, there's the Zoom. Oh, here I am. Oh God. Now I'm going. Right, I'm going to my bed. Right. See you later. Bye.